It's a beautiful fall day, and we're here in Midtown St. Louis, where the Tigers of Soldan are about to take on the Chaminade College Preparatory Red Devils. Both teams are 0-4, and one will leave here today with their first victory of the season. This is a different Soldan program. The football team has combined with the oldest black high school west of the Mississippi, Sumner High School. The Sumner Bulldogs are one of the most historic high school programs, and they've teamed up. This past week, DJ had the opportunity to talk with Soldan head coach Raymond Edwards and quarterback Taishan Johnson, cheerleading coach Rhonda Harshaw, and cheerleader co-captain Demetrious Brady.
Coach, how many years you been here at Soldan?
I've been at Soldan, this is my fifth year at Soldan.
How long you been the head coach?
3 years.
3 years
as the head coach.
Talk about what is your mission for Soldan?
Well, the mission would actually be to just to coach the kids up as much as possible. What I've learned this year is football is really a vessel for us to teach young men how to be just productive in society. This year is very trying for us. I want to be able to coach football as much as possible, but it's kind of difficult with the combinations of Sumner, Soldan. We kind of got to wait for Sumner kids to get here, so it's been a little tricky this year.
How has the transition been since Sumner is combined with Soldan to be one team? How is that, and how do you feel about it?
I feel I feel very opportunistic about it. You know, by us having another school in Sumner coming over here, that just makes us all the more better, as far as reaching the kids that want to play football for this area. So it's a great opportunity for Soldan and Sumner coming together.
Your team this year, what do you think about your team? How do you feel about the team? You've already played, a couple games. Talk about the other games you played and how you feel about this game coming up.
Well, this year is, again, I keep saying that trying word because we're 0-4 right now. This is something new that we've never embarked on in the past 3 years that I've been here as head coach. But it's certainly an opportunity for us for our feet to be planted and persevere. This is very rough, keeping the kids sometimes, but the ones that are here, the ones that stay here, those are the ones that really want to play football. And I just look forward to teaching them how to be young men.
What do you expect of this game coming up with Chaminade? How do you feel your team will be preparing for it?
Well, both teams are 0-4, so there's every opportunity for us to walk away with a win as long as we play 4 hard quarters of football. We have yet to play 4 hard quarters of football, or Soldan football. So I'm really looking forward to the guys that we have right now. Really, again, I say planting our feet and just doing what we got to do and giving ourselves the best opportunity to walk away with a W.
What is your concern about the game against Chaminade? What do they concern you with?
Chaminade is even though they're 0-4, Chaminade is a very fundamentally sound football. And the only way to beat a fundamentally sound football is to play every down, every quarter, till you hear that last whistle in the fourth quarter. That's the only way to beat a fundamentally sound football team. And we have yet to play our best football.
So today, the game coming up, we should expect the Soldan Tigers
to come out and play 4 full quarters of hard-hitting football.
Coach, I really appreciate it, and good luck to your game coming up.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right. We're now here talking to the starting quarterback, the leader of the team, Taishan Johnson. He is the quarterback for the Soldan Tigers. Taishan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Talk about, man, you guys got a big game coming up against Chaminade. How do you feel about it?
Well, I feel like we can go out there and win. We've been practicing hard and working hard. Yeah, I think we can go win. We lost some hard games we should have won, but had some losses.
What do you say to your teammates when you're in a game like this? You motivate them. How do you motivate them? What do you say to them?
Just keep their heads up and keep working hard, and we can win this game.
How do you feel being like the leader? When people watch you, I saw your practice, man, and your athletic ability is off the charts. How do you feel when they see you and your teammates look at you? What do you want your teammates walking away saying about your hard work?
Great things. Hopefully great things. being a great leader.
And how do you do that being a leader? Do you talk to them? Do you encourage them?
Yes, I talk to them, I encourage them to do better, work harder.
And this is a big game. Both of your teams are 0-4. Both of you are very good teams. Chaminade a very good team. Soldan a very good team. What do you need to do to win this game?
Play hard, keep our heads in the game, play together as a team.
And that's the key, because when you play together as a team, you can win a lot of games. So I'm gonna ask you this question. This is my personal question. What do you like? Do you like to throw the ball? Do you like to run the ball? Do you like all of it?
I enjoy running the ball a lot, but I like to throw the ball. I like to throw the ball to my receivers. See they build their confidence, to win the game. If I got everybody energy up, I think we can win big games to better teams.
That's good. So what should I expect of you today?
Passing, mostly passing the ball.
Okay. Now, when you score, when you throw the first touchdown pass, you need to look up at the camera and just point. And that's for me.
All right, yeah. We'll do.
That's my man Taishan Johnson. He's the quarterback, TJ, for the Soldan Tigers, man. Said he's going to play a good game today. And if he throws his first touchdown in the game, he's going to point at the camera. That's for the big fella. All right, let's get ready to get this game going. Right back.
I'm Rhonda Herschel. I am the cheer coach at Soldan High School. This is my first full year. I started February of this year, of 22. I'm also the librarian of Soldan High School. And this is what I do.
So, Coach, talk about your cheer team. What are you going to do in this game Saturday? How you try to motivate the kids? What is your role for the cheerleaders?
Oh, well, for my cheerleaders, I'm more of a mom, a second mom, away from home to them. They know they can come to me about anything. I have all the needs they need at school. They don't have to go to the nurse for. My goal for them is to just be successful in the game Saturday. They love what they do. I love what I do, and us together, we keep each other motivated throughout the school year.
Both teams coming in 0-4. Chaminade and Soldan. How would your cheerleading team play a role in giving the team and that little push they need? How are you going to get them to play their role?
Oh, they play their role well. They cheer them on. The guys, they know they're cheering them on. They know that they're there for them. And although they're 0-4, even after the game, the girls still cheer them on as they're coming out the locker rooms. They keep them motivated. They uplift them as they feeling down, as they were feeling down with things.
Coach, you got this big game coming up.
Yeah.
So do you give a pregame talk to the girls?
Yes.
What do you tell the girls in your pregame talk?
Yes, I let them know, hey, you know what you're doing. You're going out here like you know what you're doing. We worked on what we're doing, and it's more than just coming on the field. You bring your uplifting spirit to the field.
Good luck on your game.
Thank you.
And tell the cheerleaders, great job, because we always need good cheerleaders.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach.
My name is Demetrious. I'm a senior. This is my second year cheering, and I am co-captain on the team.
So talk about your role coming in this big game against Chaminade on Saturday. What should we expect from the cheer team?
Expect the best, because we ain't putting you out there if you look a mess, for sure. Like, if you look a mess, you're not going to be out there, but expect a lot.
Do you feel the cheerleading team is very important to motivate the players?
Of course.
So tell me why.
Of course, everybody needs some support system behind them to keep going, So I feel like cheerleading, supporting our boys, even through their losses, they need that support to keep going, because everybody needs that extra push sometimes,
So what motivates you to keep them going?
What motivates me? Honestly, it's school spirit, everybody coming together and stuff, because you don't get that. You really don't get that. But with everybody being together and stuff, that's happy. Everybody like that, because we just came out of a pandemic and stuff, but now everybody together again, so hopefully things will get back how it used to be.
So the big game against Chaminade, how should we predict it? What do you say we're going to do?
Hey, we just gonna hope for the best, so I can tell you. But the cheer team, we got you. Yeah, Chaminade, got cheerleaders. Hey, just be ready. That's all I gotta say.
We'll be back with the kickoff.
Teamwork, preparation, integrity, perseverance. Victory. You'll find these words on the bulletin boards, wristbands, and locker room walls across all of our community's best teams. But at Kaufman Townsley, these are more than words of inspiration. They are the values that we use every day to help injured people rebuild their lives. Call Kaufman Townsley. Real people, real results. 314-500-5000.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Palace on Union Boulevard, Soldan International Studies High School for today's matchup between the Chaminade Red Devils and the Soldan Tigers. I'm Maurice Scott, Demetrious Johnson alongside. Demetrious, what are we looking for this afternoon?
Well, we're looking for two teams can be competitive, man, and go out. Both of these teams are 0-4. They're going to try to get a win. This should be an interesting game.
And Chaminade won the toss, elected to defer, kick. Run back across the 20, bounce to the inside. He's still on his feet for the Soldan Tigers and tackled at around the 47-yard line. And that's where the Tigers would set up shop. 1st and 10. Looks like they'll spot it at their own 47-yard line. And Demetrious, both teams go in 0-4 this year. But this is a big game as we head into the district play.
No question about it, particularly for Chaminade, I'm going to say, because, they have a very difficult conference they play in. And, they have played a very difficult schedule. Mm-hmm. So this game tonight, man, is very important. They got to get off good. And Soldan the same. Soldan has played a very difficult schedule. One of these teams is going to walk away with a victory today.
They spotted at the 41, 1st and 10 as Taishan Johnson barks out signals for the Tigers. Pro set I formation. Handoff to the running back. That's number 34 to Brian Jordan for the Tigers. Picks up about 4 yards on the play, and a host of Red Devils on the stop.
I like Jordan, man. He has the ability, when he gets the ball, he just, pow, he hits it up in that hole. He doesn't hesitate. And when I'm talking to the coach Edwards prior to the game from Soldan, he was telling me that we want to establish a running game. We want to be physical up front. We're going to play smash mouth football.
2nd down, let's call it 4 for the Tigers from the Red Devil 46. Soldan comes out, split backfields, receivers both left and right. The quarterback, Taishan Johnson, barking out signals for the Tigers of Soldan International Study. It's a dive play once again. That looks like number 32, Jabari Edwards. He's going to be close to a 1st down, and Demetrious, I think he has it.
Yeah, but just listening to what they said, the coaches, they said this is what we're going to play. We're not a fancy team, he said. We don't like to pass the ball. We like to strap it up, and we're going to play Soldan, mano-a-mano, man-on-man football.
And they're coming out, Demetrious, right away trying to establish tempo of this game and take control of the offensive line play here early on. 10:35 and counting in the opening quarter. No score here from the Palace of Union Boulevard. Pro set I formation for Soldan. Quarterback. And he's going to be down. That won't be a fumble as Taishan Johnson, Demetrious, that time looked like he was tripped up by his tailback.
Yeah, and that's what you call coordination. You got to be on sync when you get him the ball. He turns around and just trips over one of his players and fall down on the ground. The quarterback, everything is almost like, synchronized swimming, how everything got to work together. They just tripped over one another. He's got to let that play clear and then get off the ball.
Looks like a loss of 4 downs on the play. 2nd down, let's call it 14 from the Tigers. Back in the pro set I formation, Taishan Johnson. And we got Laundry on the field. And let's see what this is about. Preliminary indication looks like it's going to be against Chaminade, DJ, but let's wait on the call. The referee for this game is Cornell Andrews, umpire Keith Washington, linesman Torrey Davey, line judge Melvin Bethany, and the back judge is Stephen DeShazer. The clock is stopped momentarily. We sort out the penalty. And let's see what the referee, Cornell Andrews, calls here. It looked like encroachment against the Red Devils. Offsides against the Red Devils. Soldan comes out, 2nd down and about 9 inside Red Devil territory on the opening drive here on a gorgeous afternoon here in St. Louis. Oh, a pitch play and nothing doing right there. A host of Red Devils on the stop led by number 11, Ethan Davies that time, Demetrious, and he shot the gap right there.
Yeah, that's a great read by Ethan Davies. He saw the pitch, he came up and just smashed down on the running back. That's what you want to do when you see what they say, read, recognize, and react. He did all three of those things and made a great play.
It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Let's call it about 16 yards to go. Let's see. Soldan needs to get all the way down to the Red Devil 38-yard line to pick up a first down. Opening drive here. PHL action here in St. Louis. Soldan International Studies against the Chaminade Red Devils. Quarterback Taishan Johnson. A single back set. Here's a hitch play to number 11, Dennis Taylor. And Chaminade stacks that up, Demetrious, and reads that very well, led by number 3, Jordan Pettis.
That's a great reaction by Pettis. He recognized it, and what's impressive, that secondary is pretty much all freshmen.
Wow.
You know, you got all freshmen back there in that secondary, and they're making plays. Pettis read the quick bubble screen and came up and made a nice play. Good recognition.
Back deep for Chaminade, trying to see his number there. It looks like number... Can't see it. We'll try to get it. Number 1, that's Derek Fields Jr. back deep. High spiraling punt. A nice punt by Soldan and immediately tackled by number 55 for Soldan, Jason Kelly. That's a good play on special teams.
Yeah, it is. I really thought he called a fair catch. I didn't see the arm go up, but I thought it was a fair catch because he was really very methodical how he caught that punt.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
I'm shocked.
Well, when you're 0-4, both teams are trying to make plays out here.
Yes.
And this is a big game for 2 0-4 teams to try to get some momentum leading the district.
No question about it.
1st and 10, Red Devils. They'll set up shop at their own 24-yard line. Quarterback is Drake Foss for the Red Devils. That's a low toss. He retrieves it, trying to bounce it outside. That's Derek Fields Jr. once again. First down, yardage and more across the 40 to around the 44-yard line, and we got a flag down, DJ.
Yeah, I like what they're doing. I mean, that was a nice play. I mean, both teams prior to the game having the opportunity to talk to both of the coaches, and they're saying, hey, we're going to try to establish the run. We're going to play mano-a-mano football, and that's what they're doing.
You're right. The referee Cornell Andrews indicates a holding call against the Red Devils, so after the nice run is negated, and it's going to bring up a 1st down and 20 now for the Red Devils. Chaminade, and they're 0-4, but they've had a brutal first 4 games, Demetrious, to start off the season.
No question about it. I mean, they played Lindbergh, they played CBC, they played DeSmet. So, I mean, you could see why they have not won a game because those are very good teams they've been playing against. And the same as Soldan. Soldan has played a brutal schedule up front, and that's good because – the only time it really matters is the last few games of the season.
That's right. 7:15 to go, opening quarter. Foss with a handoff. Nice running room. Bounce outside. Cuts it across the grain. Running back still on his feet and finally brought down by number 34 for Soldan, Jordan Tabor. Not until the running back that looked like the fullback. No, that was the running back. Madden Irvin looks like for Chaminade. Picks up a 1st down yardage for the Red Devils. That's a great run.
Yeah, nice run by Irvin. Made some nice cuts.
Here's an end around coming right at us. Christopher Jenkins trying to bounce it outside. He does. 1st down yardage and more for the Red Devils. And all of a sudden, Demetrious, after the penalty, Chaminade's moving the football.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That looked like number 13, Christopher Jenkins with the ball. What they're doing is trying to get around the corners. They're doing a very good job in pinning Soldan down and getting around the outside of the corners, establishing a running game. Great call. 1st
down and 10 for Chaminade is false. Barks out signals for the Red Devils. Motion man coming at us, and we have a penalty marker on the play. All sides against Soldan. So I guess someone jumped off sides, and the line judge caught it against the Tigers.
What I'm liking about both of these teams, they're trying to establish when you come into a game and you're not have won a game. That coach always want to try to establish that running game. I mean, once you run that smash mouth, let's play big boy football. That's what both of these teams are doing right now, man, and they're being successful. I like how Chaminade is getting around the corners and making plays downfield.
2nd down and 5 from the 34-yard line of the Soldan Tigers. False barking out signals once again. Single back set. Hitch play on the far side and picks up a few yards on the play. That's a nice play and a nice tackle by the Soldan Tigers. I can't see the number on the far side, but that's a good read by the cornerback over there.
I'm going to tell you what I like. I like how they combined on the ball. I mean, they just converged on the ball so fast. And they did a great job in reacting to the bubble screen.
2nd down and 4. Pickup of 1 on the play for Chaminade. False. Motion man coming at us. This is Irving trying to bounce it outside again, DJ. It's the same play on the 1st down play. And this time, the Tigers, Christopher Newland, read that well, kept that ball, kept the runner outside, didn't allow him to cut back, and Pursuit caught up with him that time.
Yeah, well, that's what you have to do. Once they break that outside, you still got to have some balance outside. Look like it might be, did they call a penalty? Yeah, they called a penalty on that play.
Wow. So when you're 0-4, this is probably why you're 0-4.
Yeah.
A lot of penalties early on after consecutive good runs for the Chaminade Red Devils. They have to march this one back on another holding call.
And this game right is so crucial for both of these teams of confidence, moving forward.
2nd down and about 13 for the Red Devils. 2-step drop, false. Launches it near side. Was that a pick? I think it is. Did he get 1 foot in bounds?
Yeah, I believe he did.
Yes, he did. On the pick for the Soldan Tigers, number 4, Taishan Johnson, who's the starting quarterback, playing both ways this afternoon. What a great read, and he covered some ground coming over for that pick.
Taishan Johnson, the quarterback, when they're trying to throw a fly pattern on the right side down the field, he does a great job reading the quarterback eyes, going up to the ball, going up high and getting it, taking nice interception. That was a great read by Johnson on the ball.
Yeah, he looked like a center fielder for the Cardinals, Cody Carson or somebody just coming in, grabbing that ball and picking it off.
Showed a lot of versatility, showed a lot of speed and anticipation. That's what you want. That's safety back there. You got to be able to reach and have range. Great play.
It was. 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and let's see what Taishan Johnson does on offense for the Tigers. Split backfield, no, single back set. Here comes the blitz for Chaminade. And a nice run, still on his feet, bouncing, and he's going to get positive yardage, DJ, as they unpile. Let's see on the far side who that was for the Tigers of Soldan. It's hard to see to pick up the numbers on the far side, but that's a nice run.
Yeah, that was a great run. I mean, I like what I just saw. I mean, Soldan is trying to establish a running game. Both of these teams, you can see, Maurice, are not confident in the passing game. They believe if they can get the ball and establish a running game, they have an opportunity to control, the pace of the game.
2nd down, let's call it 6 for the Soldan Tigers. Johnson, single back set. Here's a dive play. And it looks like they pick up 3, maybe 4 yards on the play, close to a 1st down. A host of Red Devils in on the stop, led by number 33. That's Javion Scott for Chaminade.
And what I'm liking, both of the coaches are saying, okay, look, guys, we're going to win this game in the trenches. We're going to play mano football, big man on big man. Let's play physical. And both of these teams playing physical football, which is surprising me when I look at Chaminade. They normally like to pass the ball down the field, but now they're running that. And
it looks like another penalty called, and every time Soldan gets some positive yardage, they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot. Maybe both teams here in the opening quarter. 3:35 to go opening quarter, and it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 12 from the 5-yard line, and that's not what Soldan wants here. Taishan Johnson in a pro set I formation, slot receiver near side. He's going to roll out near side, looking downfield, looking fine. He's going to tuck it and run and cuts it back inside. Pursues catches up with him. That's a nice job by Chaminade. Number 85 for Chaminade in on the stop.
Yeah, I like Johnson athletic ability. He's a very good athlete. I mean, and I like him taking the ball down, not throwing it, because they had double coverage on the receiver. Someone underneath and over top would not been able to get the pass in there, but he did a good job in recognizing that and just taking off and running with it. Great play.
Ryan Doreen on the stop. Two-way player, tight end, defensive end, 6'4", 195, senior for the Red Devils. 2:30 and counting, opening quarter. No score here from Soldan. Pro set I formation once again for the Tigers. Johnson, inside handoff to the fullback. And a good game that time. He may have picked up 4 or 5 yards and picked up enough for a Tiger first down. It is, DJ, and that's a nice dive play. Soldan's calling some good plays here.
Yeah, what's impressive right now is this, up front. They are up front, and they doing a very good job blocking up front. Being able to get those running lanes, and running back is able to run downhill. I'm liking that.
Quick quarter moving, inside 2 minutes to go. Both teams running the ball very effectively here in the opening quarter. Quarterback Johnson, once again in the split backfield, offset split backfield. And they have a new quarterback, does Soldan. We got a timeout. Stephen Huggins is in that quarterback, and that might have been some kind of gadget play, and looks like Chaminade is going to call a timeout.
Yeah, but you know what? These teams, you would think, as secure as Chaminade has been over the years, that they would come in with a bigger and more physical line. I'm really impressed how Soldan has been able to right now fight with them and play with them and compete with them. This is a very balanced team here, man. This is a balanced game. I mean, anybody can win this game.
No doubt about it. And as you look and see, both teams huddling up here in the opening quarter. And this has to bring a lot of confidence in front of the home crowd here for Soldan. They're moving the football. A couple of penalties. They've really done well in their first 2 or 3 possessions here. And that's a big statement playing against a program like Chaminade, who's had abundant success throughout the years here.
Yeah, no question about it, because what you want to be able to do, man, you want to be able to establish confidence in your players that you can play with the Chaminades. Think about it, come from a very prestigious program.
No doubt. 1st and 10 from the 21. Taishan Johnson, the dive play again, once again, knifing his way through across the line of scrimmage. Is number 22, and that's Taishan Allen. Did we get another late flag here? No, I just think the crowd was just grumbling here. That's a pickup of about 5 yards on the play, and Soldan continues to move the football. Clock on the move, 1:10 in counting, opening quarter. Soldan on the move, 2nd down and 5 from the 28. New quarterback in for the Tigers, that's Stephen Huggins. Dive play once again. They give it to the second back through that time, and that's nice yardage once again for the Tigers. He's going to be close to a first down for Soldan once again, and that's number 22. He's been the workhorse this first quarter, Taishan Allen.
Well, if you go back to what both of these coaches told me prior to the game, they said they wanted to establish a run game. They want to be physical up front. And talking to Coach Edwards from Soldan, he said, man, we're going to play smash mouth football. And that's what they're doing. I mean, they may have attempted to pass the ball twice. Outside of that, they are doing exactly what he said, strapping up to the chins and say, let's go.
Huggins barks out signal in the pro set. Chaminade comes with a blitz. Inside handoff once again. First down yardage and more that time for the Tigers. The fullback, they give it to the up man, number 34. That's Jordan Tabor. First down, Tigers.
I like that call. He faked the toss, comes right back to a dive with the fullback, and he gets a nice pickup. And, boy, just tell you how big time it is. First time, look at halftime. I mean, oh, my God.
It's the end of the first quarter here at Soldan International Study High School. And first quarter, no score, but Soldan on the move. You're watching high school football game of the week here from Soldan. We'll be back right after this.
Speed, agility, and responsiveness, that's what matters. Ready to perform in any condition, and the power to change direction real quick so you don't get hit.
Wow, that's pretty intense. Most people are just looking for more space or better gas mileage. But I've got just the thing for you.
Come see your car people in Columbia and Jefferson City, or shop 24/7 at rustingjourney.com. I like this. Does it come in black and gold?
Hi, I'm Tiger John Cleek Jr., and we're kicking off the football season at Cleek's with $25 pays your first month's rent, and we would like to introduce Mizzou's new 5-star wide receiver, Luther Burden III.
Catch the deals at Cleats like this 75-inch Hisense 4K TV. Choose an Ashley living room group or bedroom set from only $99.99 a month. All with 6 months, same as cash. Details at Cleats.com.
And at Cleats, there's
No deposit, no credit, no need for a loan.
Cleats, our family serving your family since 1956.
Welcome back to Soldan International High School. Soldan on the move. Second down and 6 from their own 38. Demetrious Johnson Charitable Foundation and ZOULOU Sports bring you all the action between Soldan and Chaminade this afternoon. I formation, they give it once again to the fullback, number 34, Taishan Johnson once again. First down, yardage and more. Big hole that time, Demetrious. Yeah. And Soldan picks up another first down.
Well, the offensive line for Soldan is doing an outstanding job. And what you want to do is just shuttle, get in front, and let the running backs run downhill. The running backs has been able to run downhill. Great blocking up front. Very impressive. I mean, Soldan offensive line is doing an outstanding job. Running backs is hitting the hole.
First and 10, Soldan from their own 49, just shy of midfield. 11:25 in county opening half here on the Palace on Union Boulevard. Split backfield for the Tigers. Huggins barking out signals. They give it to the up man once again. And that's Taishan Johnson, but that time knife it in for the Chaminade Red Devils, number 72, big number Andrew Howe. And that's a good play by him.
Howe does a great job. I mean, he took the blocker, threw the blocker down, came out and made a nice play on the running back. He showed a lot of strength and flexibility and agility in that play. It was a great defensive stop.
Taishan Johnson started at QB for the Soldan Tigers, and midway through the first quarter, Stephen Huggins has filled in Ameren when they admirably for Soldan. Split backfield for the Tigers. Huggins barks out signals. Receivers split both left and right. And it's a box play that time. They get the pitch coming right at us here on the screen. And a nice job by Soldan to string that out. Number 22, Tajon Allen on the ball carry. But that's a great pursuit by the Red Devils that time, DJ.
And what was impressive about that play, the defensive line, they maintained the line of scrimmage, able to flatten it down. The defensive back comes up from the corner position and make a nice play on it. That's what you want. And when Pettis comes up and just, bam, make a nice play. Good strength up front with the big boys.
Another freshman also in on that tackle, helping Pettis out. That's DK, Dakari Weaver. He's another freshman, yep. Goes both ways, and a young secondary.
And that's what's impressive because, when talking to Coach Torrey in the beginning, he said, man, my secondary's young. You got a lot of freshmen playing in the backfield, but I'm going to let them play, and I like what he's doing.
We got a timeout Soldan here on the field, and we'll keep it right here. Demetrious, first quarter, both teams trying to establish the line of scrimmage. A very quick first quarter. But right now, Soldan is holding their own on the PHL team. They're holding his own against this storied franchise in Chaminade.
Yeah, and that's what's impressive because when you look at both of these teams, you would think Chaminade would be just dominating it because of the history of Chaminade and the great job that Coach Torrey has done over there. And then when you look at Coach Edwards, just his third year as the head coach here at Soldan, and they had to combine the school, Soldan and Sumner, together to make one team.
Co-op school.
Yeah, so just think about it. You're going through so much. The structure is different. You're trying to create, a comparable football team and also a competitive football team.
Right.
And you got to give kudos to Coach Edwards from Soldan saying, okay, I got other kids coming from another school. Now, mind you, most coaches are in a building with their kids.
That's right.
And they see them every day, and you develop some type of a rapport.
That's right.
It's different. So some of the kids come over at about 3 o'clock and practice, and they leave. So that rapport, you're constantly building a rapport. And when you look at the team today, Soldan, you can see that they've gotten better of what they were, 3 weeks ago.
No question about it. And that sends a lot of chemistry, not only on the football field, but in the community as well when these kids can come together.
Yes.
Single back set, number 4, Johnson back in at quarterback. Here's an end around by the Tigers. Number 43 on the end around, Miguel Lacey for Soldan, and he has enough for a Tiger first down.
Yeah, that's a good call. And talking to Coach Edwards earlier prior to the game, he talked about he liked to run reverses. He liked to go misdirections, come one way and come back, almost like partial of the old Sumner misdirection. That was a great call because they was running hard to the right, come back to a reverse to the left. Great call.
Taishan Johnson back at QB for the Soldan Tigers. 1st and 10, Tigers on the move from the 35 of the Red Devils. Inside handoff. This play has been popping all day, DJ. Tabron Jordan again with huge yardage for the Tigers.
Yes, sir. Let me tell you why. Because the big dogs up front is eating.
They eating.
Yeah, the big dogs is going to eat up front. You got to give credit to that offensive line doing a very good job seal blocking and power drive blocking and giving it to the fullback, letting him hit it hard up in the inside and making it a nice game. Great call, great run.
Jaden Johnson, number 68, in the center. Jashawn Kelly putting huge holes up there up front on that dive play for the Tigers. 2nd down and 3 after the pickup of 7. Another inside handoff once again. Bouncing it inside is Jordan again. He's going to be close to a 1st down. Look like he's going to be a little shy. Knifing in that time, number 9, Jordan Wallace.
And what the call is trying to do, Coach Edwards is saying he's trying to fake the toss and try to get the linebackers just to move and come right back to a quick dive in the inside. So if you get the linebackers moving out of position, the only thing you need is a quick inside opportunity, and that's the running backs able to hit it in there. Great job.
Johnson brings his troops back out. 3rd down and 1 for Soldan. Pro set I formation for Johnson. Deep handoff to number 22. He's going to fight for 1st down yardage. Chaminade stacks him up. That's number 22, Taishan Allen, and he's going to be close, I think, Demetrious, for a 1st down.
Yeah, that's good. That's mano-a-mano football.
Yes.
That's what I'm appreciating about this game, Maurice. They are playing mano-a-mano, big man on big man. They are playing smash mouth. Both of these teams wanted to create that running opportunity. How do you create the running opportunity? By controlling the offensive line. Soldan has done a great job on this drive of dominating up front.
Other big games of interest, Mshsaa winning bid, and an update from O'Fallon, Illinois, in the Big Southwestern Conference game. 3:19 to go, 1st quarter. O'Fallon 6, East St. Louis 7. East St. Louis 6. Split backfield for Johnson. Inside handoff once again, off tackle Demetrious. And he picks up that fullback. That looks like number 34 once again, Tabron Jordan again. And they are really moving the football, finding something off tackle there.
Yeah, they are, because what they're doing seal blocking. So that means you got your guard. He's coming out and he's going to seal to the left. You got your tackle. He's coming up and he's sealing the linebacker to the right, and he's just popping right in that hole and says, me and that linebacker, you're saying your running back, that fullback can outdo that linebacker, and they're doing a great job right now.
And Soldan has a lot of beef up front. Them boys eat some groceries up front.
Where's the beef, big fella?
Yes, sir.
Right there on the field.
Yes, sir. Pick up of 6, 2nd down and 4, and a quick 1st half. There's the dive play that time again. Number 22, Taishan Allen for the Tigers, and he knifes his way for 1st down yardage.
Well, let me tell you why I'm impressed on this offensive drive, because it's working. Most coaches, when they got an offensive drive working, they want to be creative and do something else. Hey, Coach Edwards is saying, hey, you know what? They have not been able to stop our dives, and we are playing smash mouth football. Let's continue that working like that. I mean, that's just what you call great coaching. Coaching is simple.
And Coach Edwards, you're right, but Coach Edwards is doing a good job, because not only he's running the football effective and sticking to what he's doing, he's keeping the Chaminade offense off the field.
No question about it, because Chaminade has some players who can score easily.
1st and 10, Soldan from the Red Devils 17. 6 minutes exactly to go for the half. Johnson's going to keep it this time and nothing doing. He may have lost some yardage on the play.
I think he got a couple yards on that one.
He did. On the far side.
Yeah.
He picked up 4 yards on the play.
And I can tell you, the guy hit him, knocked him forward. You know what I'm saying? But I like those quick dive plays, Maurice. I mean, I like the misdirection dives coming in there, because look at that line. Soldan got a huge offensive line.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, sir. I told you they eat groceries.
Oh, whoa, they're huge.
Pick up a 4 on the play for Johnson. 2nd down and 6 from the Red Devil 12. Clock on the move. 5:15 to go. Second man through on the deep handoff. That looks like number 22 once again for Soldan as they unpile Taishan Allen. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. He's going to be a yard shy, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 1. And DJ, hey, you don't stop doing what you're doing.
No doubt. I mean, they're probably not going to kick a field goal.
4 down territory.
So they're going to have two opportunities to get it first. They want to get it on first one. How do you do that? You just do what you've been doing. Give it to your big boys in the back. Let the quarterback keep it. One of those guys, but continue to go downhill. Don't do nothing fancy trying to, go outside.
Pro set I once again. Johnson on the center. He's going to roll out far side looking for a man. Oh, picked off. Picked off on the far sideline, and he might go. He's at the 50, trying to be run down at the 30. He's going to be tackled from behind. And when you get fancy, it costs you, Demetrious. And the pick goes the other way.
Oh, my goodness. That's a young fella. You're talking about a young freshman.
Number 12, Stephen Dyson, a freshman.
Does
That's
a
one of the
great
guys.
job in staying with the play. Now, I'm telling you, Soldan had the rhythm going. I don't know why you go out of your rhythm like that and try to pass the ball. You were dominating up front. You got a good rhythm going. Coaches sometimes think other coaches and other kids on the other team is not prepared.
That's right.
Stay with what you had. They were dominated. They dominated it.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
They had to know that play, saw that play on film.
You're right.
Because that kid really stayed home.
And you give credit to the defense of Chaminade for making a great play.
No doubt about it. Well, here comes the Red Devils. False picks up the fumble, gives an inside handoff to the running back as they unpile. That's number 10, Madden Irvin. 5'8", 185 for Chaminade, and I'm still gushing about that play call.
Because, you were dominating on the ground. You don't need to pass the ball if you're dominating on the ground. Continue to do what you had to do. You had 2 downs to get one half a yard.
Yep.
And sometimes we outsmart ourselves sometimes as coaches.
False with the hitch play near side, complete to Irvin once again. He's going to reverse field, trying to bounce it outside. He's got running room and more. He's at the 10, 5, to the house. Touchdown, Chaminade.
Yes, sir.
Madden Irvin.
Yes, sir. You talking about big-time players. Making big-time plays.
Christopher Jenkins, on the touchdown on the reverse for Chaminade. He puts him on the board. And Demetrious, did you see how he bounced that outside and cut it upfield for the score?
Let me tell you what. You're talking about that's my Picasso play. I always get a Picasso. That was my Picasso. It was beautiful. He goes one way, change directions, and show a lot of speed and agility and get that baby to the house and take it in, man, and cook the meat. Great call. Great play.
Aiden Katropis attempting the PAT out of the hole to number 19, and we got a flag. Peter Felster. Let's see what this is all about as I boxed the kicker's name. Aiden Kodrobis. Okay.
I would call him by his first name.
It's Aiden.
Yeah.
For the family and friends out there. It's
Aiden.
Aiden.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not trying to pronounce that name.
Out of the hole, I can get this one. Out of the hole to number 19, Peter Felster. Ball down, kick is up high enough, long enough. And it is good. 3:30 to go before the half, and on the big play, I know Soldan is just kicking himself in the heels trying to throw that ball.
What's disappointing to Soldan is this. They've 0-4. They've lost some very tough games. The losing streak is 0-4, and it's difficult. But when you get a rhythm going in the game, and I think this is what some of the coaches lose sometimes. You get a nice rhythm of calling. Football is a game of rhythm and opportunities. So for them to try to outsmart them, you was dominating up front. You're running the ball. You're getting first downs. That's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm not going to do anything different than I was doing to get me all the way down to the 1 yard line or the 3 yard line. Why do I change that up? Because Soldan, in fact, they like to pound and ground.
That's right.
So I'm just really disappointed, or not disappointed, but surprised of the call.
That's Demetrious Johnson of the Demetrious Johnson Charitable Foundation, teaming up with ZOULOU Sports. High school football game of the week here at Soldan High School. 7-0 Chaminade. 3:30 to go before the half. And my man Aiden, once again, kick it off for the Red Devils. And here's the return by Soldan. He's got running room, number 21 for Soldan. That's Christian Newland. And he's going to be stacked up and dropped by the Red Devils. On the far side, that's number 3, Jordan Pettis. That's the young man that Coach Torrey talked about in the pregame.
Yeah, and you know what? He can play. I mean, Pettis is a very nice player, very multi-talented young man, can make plays offensively and defensively. This is going to be very interesting how Soldan respond. And most teams, when you got a losing record or you haven't won a game, your response in the crucial situation in the game is a little different from a winning team.
No question about it.
A winning team, you just say, okay, we can get over that. That's part of the game.
That's right.
A team that's not won, sometimes they get to, here we go again, and get that kind of attitude. It's going to be very interesting to see if this team come back out and be composed.
No question about it. Soldan comes out in the split backfield, and we're going to get motion. I saw that. It was movement in the backfield.
Now, let me give you a tidbit on that. Now, the running back was going forward, right? What he could have did is went forward and then stop. Like reset.
Put that foot, that hand down in the grass.
And reset, and he'd have been fine. But, those are the things sometimes these young ball players don't understand. Because he can go forward and move.
That's right.
You just can't go forward, keep going forward without the ball being snapped.
It's going to be a loss of 5. It's going to bring up first down and 15 for the Tigers now. From their own 20, 3:22 to go in the half. 7-0 Chaminade on the high school football game of the week, presented by the Demetrious Johnson Charitable Foundation and ZOULOU Sports. We're going to get another flag, and this may be an offside this time against Chaminade on a long count, but let's wait and see. Offside Chaminade.
Yeah, and they said an encroachment when the defensive lineman came and the offensive lineman come up that forced him to do that.
And that's something Antoine Torrey won't be pleased about. You got momentum going your way.
Exactly.
Soldan comes out, give you 5, and you give him right back.
You got to be patient and you got to be smart.
So it's back to 1st and 10 now for Soldan in a quick first half, and let's see what this is all about. Legal procedure against Soldan. So that's 3 flags, and we haven't even snapped the ball.
Yeah, and that's what you call discipline. The coaches got to do a better job of having their kids to settle down and just let the game come to them. You cannot force anything, particularly in football. Football is the most team-oriented sport in the country. I mean, you just have to – everything got to work in sync.
So it's going to bring up a first down and 15 once again for Soldan from their own 20. Inside handoff. Huggins back in at quarterback for the Tigers, and nothing doing that time as Chaminade stacks that up. Number 85 knifing in Ryan Doring for the Red Devils.
And the difference now in Soldan running the ball, they run the ball in their own side of the field, on their own 30-yard line. It's different when they was running it past the 50 and in Chaminade territory. So the defensive team going to play it a little differently.
Yes, right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
right.
you got to, once you get a roll going in a rotation or get a rhythm going, you got to have confidence and stay with your rhythm.
They had Chaminade on their heels, and now they're playing downhill football on defense.
Exactly.
Second down, no gain on the first down play. 2nd and 15 for the Tigers. Huggins under center, deep handoff to the second man through, number 22. That's Taishan Allen. And short gain on the play. Looked like he may have picked up about 3 or 4 yards. And we're going to get a timeout on the field as we approach the half. 2:24 to go. 7-0 Red Devils.
Yeah, and when you look at this, when they go into halftime, the adjustments are going to be made. 2 things you're going to have to talk to both the teams, going to have to talk to their players about. The first is penalties. Both of these teams are getting just a tremendous amount of penalties. That's unnecessary, jumping off sides, trying to get an edge. You got to be disciplined, and then keeping a rhythm going. So sometimes when you got that rhythm going and running, I don't understand why coaches want to pass when they have a nice rhythm going. You need to keep your rhythm and make plays like that. That's what I'm going to do if I'm a coach. I'm not going to try to switch that up.
That's right.
I mean, they was dominating this game up front. The big dogs up front from Soldan did a very good job blocking, running back, running downhill, quarterback running downhill. You got to stay with that until they stop it.
You're right, and it seemed like it really inflated Soldan on this drive. They still feeling the repercussions of that pick down there.
And like I said, it goes back to when you don't win games and something happen. How do you overcome it?
3rd down and 10 from the 25 for Soldan. It's another running play off tackle once again for the Tigers. As Huggins under center gives the ball as they unpile. It looks like Allen once again.
Yeah, and Chaminade called a timeout because they're trying to
get the
ball back. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And if Chaminade get the ball back, they're going to be very, very aggressive. And what is it? Is it 4th down?
Yes.
What I'm doing if I'm Chaminade, I'm going for the block.
That's right.
I'm going for the block because if you rough them up, you're going to get 10, 15 yards. You still, 2 minutes to go in the half. Mm-hmm. They still got to work themselves all the way down the field. So I'm going for the block. I'm going to be very aggressive, and we're going for the block.
Yeah, we want to get points on the boys. Coach Tony looks at the clock. He understands the situation. 4th down and 7, deep inside Tigers territory at the 28-yard line. And back deep for the Red Devils, number 1, the electrifying Derek Fields Jr. 6'1", 175. He's a senior for Coach Andrew Torrey. High end-over-end kick for the Tigers. It gets the Soldan roll inside the 30. That's a good kick.
Yes.
Good situation for the Tigers.
Boy, that was almost blocked, too. I mean,
they came.
One guy, he comes inside, loops inside, almost block it. Now, this is going to be interesting because Coach Torrey from Chaminade, he also has a young team. Mm-hmm. And let's see, does he have the confidence and say, let's throw it downfield.
And put it up and try to get some points on the board.
I would do it because if they intercepted, they really had the momentum, speaking of Soldan, early. Once they got that interception, the momentum is going away. I'm going to do something. I'm throwing it downfield deep.
Drake Foss in shotgun formation for the Red Devils. Single back set. Barking out signals. Inside handoff, and they're playing it conservatively, or the Red Devils knife it in for Soldan, number 58 for the Tigers. And let's see. I don't see his name on the roster, but that's a nice job with him knifing in.
Yeah, he comes off the line of scrimmage and flatten it down, makes a really, really nice play. And that's what you want. You want your big boys coming off that end, flatten down and making plays.
Madden Irvin trying to bounce it outside, and Soldan staying home. Demetrious Griffin on the stop for the Tigers. That's a good play by him. Clock on the move, 1:40 and count before the half.
And right here, if I'm Coach Torrey, I'm going to throw this one downfield.
They're going no huddle.
Yeah, I'm going to throw this one downfield because if they intercept it, he did a good job for us.
They keep it conservative. Inside handoff to Madden Irvin. And number 69 for the Tigers, Morrell Burns. So now Soldan calls a timeout. They have an opportunity here on 4th and 5.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to be aggressive and try to block this. But I think what's happening here, you got 2 young teams. And the coach, they do understand that they're a very young team, and they're fragile. Fragile Eagles, because you lost 4 games, both you're 0-4. Some things has happened, didn't go the way you wanted to go. Now, what you got to do is say, hey, let's just play like we won some games.
Yeah,
and be aggressive.
And I saw Coach Torrey really giving it to his offensive unit. Soldan, as you look on the screen, they're trying to set something up here to get a good return and possibly put some points on the board to go into the half. Yeah. I don't like to question coaches. I'm a coach, but I do not like the play calling by Chaminade that time.
I didn't like the play calling by neither one of them. Right? Coming down the stretch.
Yeah, they're both playing scared right now.
Right. You can't play that way. You got to play to win. I mean, you make mistakes, that's going to happen. But you have to have faith in your kid that they can overcome it.
But look at this. Chaminade's going for it on 4th and 6 from their own 31. And look at this. Let's see what this is all about. 47 for Soldan.
Well, they tried to make him jump off sides. They did.
It might have worked. Oh, wow. Now it's going to be 4th and 1.
Now, if I'm Coach Torrey, I'm going for it.
Going to throw it down the field.
No. I mean, if it's 4th and 1?
Yeah, they're going to get the first down.
I'm going for it.
Oh, definitely. Well, they were going for it on 4th and 6, and they got the 5.
Well, I don't know if they was going to go for it, but
okay. I see what you're saying.
He's going to try to draw him off sides.
Inside handoff.
Oh, that's a good play.
That's a nice play.
Man, nice.
That's going to be short.
Yeah, he made it. Barely made it.
The inside handoff, number 10, that's Madden Irvin. He's going to pick up a first down. I think he did, but, man, I mean, that's a good play by Soldan.
Soldan linebackers just shot up there and just, pow, hit him in the backfield. That was a great play.
Let's see if Chaminade throws it downfield. Two-step drop. Airing it out. Near side ball. Overshoots his man around the 25-yard line. That's Christopher Jenkins as Fox airs it out for Coach Tony that time.
I like the call. I mean, I'm going to be aggressive. If I got a minute to go before halftime and I'm up by 7 points and our defense has done a pretty good job overall, I'm throwing the ball downfield. I am not going to run the ball, not be conservative. And the players start feeling that way. I mean, players feel how you feel about them and the confidence.
Second down and 10 from their own 38. Fox trying to set up a screen, and he overshoots his man intended for number 10, Matt Irving. But actually, Soldan did a good job snuffing that screen out.
Yeah, that was a good read. Linebacker Soldan, he slips up there, comes out and get right in the passing lane. Now, if they catch that, Tabron Jordan, number 34, was right there. He was going to make that play. I like that. He slid right up in that passing lane. He was able to recognize the play and make a play on it. Great job.
So they bring up a third down and 10, and they try to bounce it outside on a run play, number 23, and a nice job by Soldan. 23 for Chaminade is Tavares Blunt for Chaminade, but Soldan, big number 55, Deshaun Kelly on the stop that time.
Soldan defensive line did a good job that time. I mean, they engaged the offensive line, and they flattened down the line of scrimmage, which made a nice play.
Approaching 30 seconds to go before they have on fourth down. And let's see what this is about. Oh, wow. Outside Soldan. So they're getting them every time for a free 5 on fourth down.
Yeah, they are. And they're making it easier for them to go for fourth down.
So that is shortening it up with 26.9 ticks remaining before the half. Fourth down and 5 from the 43 for the Red Devils. Chaminade offensive coordinator signaling in the play to the quarterback, Drake Foss. Chaminade running up to the line of scrimmage here on fourth down. And Chaminade is going to get a timeout, Demetrious. They didn't get that play in time, and they didn't want to risk it, so they take a timeout with 5.7 ticks.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. If I'm Chaminade, I'll get the ball to my punter. I'll run him around.
Just run this clock and take it to the house and reset and regroup.
Yeah, I mean, just run him around. I mean, make him where he goes all the way back to about the 10-yard line and cross back over. Now you got 5 seconds on the clock.
Okay, so
it's going to run out, and they're not going to be able to make a play.
Or do you take a shot downfield?
No, because you can get sacked. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback get hurt or whatever. I'll just have him to get the ball and run. You know, he would run 5 seconds off that clock.
That's true.
Just by running around. After the snap, run backwards, run all the way up to about the 10-yard line, and then stop. Get on your knee.
Let's see what Coach Torrey elects to do.
I'm sure he's not throwing this deep. I'm sure he's not.
So
I would be amazed.
You'd be amazed. They have Fox in shotgun formation in a single back set. They have receivers doubled out on the far side. He's going to step back, drop. He's going to air it out in the flat, and he risked the interception. Intended receiver number 19, and that's Peter Felsler. And that's going to be the end of the first half, Demetrious. He put it up in the air, try to get a quick hitter, and that probably surprised you.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I would have never did that because, you got a young team. They're not playing consistent, so I would have never did that.
Before we go to the half, Demetrious, your synopsis of the first half. Soldan, both teams came out blazing, running the football in a quick, good first quarter, I thought. But the second quarter kind of sloppy for both teams, and they kind of indicated why both teams are on forward.
No question, but I think what needs to happen, I'm sure what needs to happen, both of these teams got to be physical like they are. You got to establish that run game because both of you got young players. When you have young players like that, you don't want to put a lot of pressure on them, trying to get them to make plays. Both running games are going well, but what you got to do on defense, you cannot make mistakes. Soldan has made a lot of penalties and made a lot of mistakes in this game. And then I did not like the play call, the play action when they was driving the ball down the field running. I thought that was a bad call. However, that's football. Now they got to come back and now regroup, see what they can do.
That's Demetrious Johnson. I'm Maurice Scott. We're at halftime here on Soldan, here on the Palace on Union Boulevard. Chaminade 7, Soldan 6 on the Demetrious Johnson Charitable Foundation's ZOULOU Sports High School Football Game of the Week. We'll be back after halftime festivities. This is Demetrious Johnson Foundation High School Football Game of the Week.
It's all about Luther Burden III. The L, the B, the 3, then teamed up with Old Vienna and created the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblet.
LB3 for the TD.
It's Old Vienna and Luther Burden III with the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, the special edition.
Yo, what up, it's Luther Burden. I grew up eating Old Vienna Red Hot Riblets. I'm now excited to be playing the game I love and celebrate with my own Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets. Let's go.
LB3 Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, available at all Snooks locations. Make your touchdown and pick up a bag today.
Leaving high school has been a big transition, but with my new coaches, I've learned so much.
We're really excited with Luther's progress. He's shown us so much potential. I think we're going to offer him a permanent spot on our team.
Rusty, this internship was great and all, but I was talking about football.
I was afraid of that. I was hoping for a Hail Mary. Good luck this season, Luther.
Thanks, Rusty. Shop 24/7 at rustingjourney.com.
Teamwork, preparation, integrity, perseverance, victory. You'll find these words on the bulletin boards, wristbands, and locker room walls across all of our community's best teams. But at Kaufman Townsley, these are more than words of inspiration. They are the values that we use every day to help injured people rebuild their lives. Call Kaufman Townsley. Real people, real results. 314-500-5000.
Hi, I'm Tiger John Clegg Jr., and we're kicking off the football season at Cleeks with $25 pays your first month's rent, and we would like to introduce Mizzou's new 5-star wide receiver, Luther Burden III.
Catch the deals at Cleats like this 75-inch Hisense 4K TV. Choose an Ashley living room group or bedroom set from only $99.99 a month. All with 6 months, same as cash. Details at Cleats.com.
And at Cleeks, there's
no deposit, no credit, no need for a loan.
Cleeks, our family serving your family since 1956.
Speed, agility, and responsiveness, that's what matters. Ready to perform in any condition, and the power to change direction real quick so you don't get hit.
Wow, that's pretty intense. Most people are just looking for more space or better gas mileage. But I've got just the thing for you.
Come see your car people in Columbia and Jefferson City or shop 24/7 at rustingjourney.com. I like this. Does it come in black and gold?
It's all about Luther Burden III. The L, the B, the 3, then teamed up with Old Vienna and created the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblet.
LB3 for the TD.
It's Old Vienna and Luther Burden III with the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, the special edition.
Yo, what up, it's Luther Burden. I grew up eating Old Vienna Red Hot Riblets. I'm now excited to be playing the game I love and celebrate with my own Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets. Let's go.
LB3 Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, available at all Snooks locations. Make your touchdown and pick up a bag today.
Welcome back to the Palace on Union Boulevard, home of the Soldan International Studies High School football team. We're at halftime here. Chaminade on top of the Soldan Tigers, 7-0 on the Demetrious Johnson Charitable Foundation ZOULOU Sports High School Football Game of the Week. Joining me right now is my man John Tim, the Director of Athletics here at Soldan. It's a pleasure to meet you and great to have you here at halftime.
Thank you for coming here today. Yeah.
John, I want to tell you, man, first of all, you've done a great job here at Soldan. First of all, preparing us. We like to thank you for preparing us and having a great atmosphere here on a great Saturday afternoon here at the stadium.
Yeah, beautiful Saturday. We're thankful you guys are here and just happy to do whatever we can to help you out.
You know, being the Director of Athletics here at Soldan, of course, Soldan International Studies, a lot of these kids are good with the books and the mind and the academics is first here at Soldan. But to put a competitive team, whether it's whatever sport it is, it has to be a treat and a reward for you.
I mean, that's all we're trying to do, especially with athletics. We want the kids to perform on the field, but in order to do that, they got to do it in the classroom first. So all these guys out here know that, and Coach takes it seriously. So it's a week-by-week thing, and we're just keeping everybody going forward.
Coach Edwards is doing a great job out here, and it's hard when you got kind of in Illinois. I work at East St. Louis, and we call it co-op over at Illinois High School Association. And when you kind of combining kids together, it can pay off, and I see it paying off. It's like a family atmosphere, but it's a tough job, but also a rewarding job when you have kids coming from different areas coming together as a family. Right. And it really helps not only on the court or on the football field, but in the community as well, these kids getting along.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we're partnered with Sumner for quite a few of our sports and football. And, yeah, they've made a huge difference, and just numbers-wise, and you can see some talent on the field from kids coming from Sumner over there. From
a director of athletics standpoint, how hard is it for you to get schedules? A lot of people don't understand director of athletics have to schedule, whether it's football, basketball, volleyball, whatever participating sports. And how hard is it for you to get games right now?
It depends on the sport for sure. But I mean, football, we don't have any issues getting competition. Some of the women's sports, it takes a little more phone time and emails going out to get the schedules up to snuff. But we've got great schedules for our women's basketball teams. Got almost full schedule, and boys are going to be at 26 games. So we're going in the right direction.
Talk about some of the athletic programs that you have here at Soldan, both female and male.
So, yeah, all of our women's sports are with the Under Armour Women of Will. So we've got the exclusive Under Armour gear for all of them. We're our volleyball team's going right now. Women's cross country is another fall sport, which we didn't have last year. So that's one thing we've been trying to get all these sports back up and running that we didn't have in previous years. We've got women's wrestling and boys wrestling coming up in the winter. And then softball's our other women's sport going on right now.
John Tim, the director of athletics here at Soldan High School, here on our halftime show. 7-0 Chaminade on the top. A couple of quick more questions for you. There's a lot of challenges on Missouri and the state of Illinois. I'm an umpire and official, and that's one of the big challenges for you, getting officials and umpires for games, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a huge shortage, and you see it for football, but also in all the other sports. We're losing lower level games all the time because we can't get officials to do a JV softball game, or they can only do the varsity for time constraints. And you see it in all the sports. I coach soccer, so sometimes we're doing the two-man system instead of having three, but everybody's trying to make it work. And yeah, the official recruiting process is something that we're stressing for. I mean, all these young kids, it's a great paying job. Like, we need to get more people out there and learning the games.
Real quickly, for people who may be listening, who may be officials or umpires, get your information out, John, because I think that's very important.
So my email is john, john.timm, john.tim@slps.org.
John, a pleasure joining us here at halftime. Keep up the great work, buddy. Hey, this is a historic facility here, and a good man has this program rolling in good hands. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for coming. Yep.
All right, that's John Tim. Halftime here on the Demetrious Johnson ZOULOU Sports High School Football Game of the Week. It's the Chaminade Red Devils 7, the Soldan Tigers 6. Back in a moment. This is the Demetrious Johnson Charitable Foundation ZOULOU Sports High School Football Game of the Week.
Teamwork, preparation, integrity, perseverance, victory. You'll find these words on the bulletin boards, wristbands, and locker room walls across all of our community's best teams. But at Kaufman Townsley, these are more than words of inspiration. They are the values that we use every day to help injured people rebuild their lives. Call Kaufman Townsley. Real people, real results. 314-500-5000.
Hi, I'm Tiger John Cleek Jr., and we're kicking off the football season at Cleeks with $25 pays your first month's rent, and we would like to introduce Mizzou's new 5-star wide receiver, Luther Burden III.
Catch the deals at Cleeks like this 75-inch Hisense 4K TV. Choose an Ashley living room group or bedroom set from only $99.99 a month. All with 6 months, same as cash. Details at Cleeks.com.
And at Cleeks, there's
no deposit, no credit, no need for a loan.
Cleeks, our family serving your family since 1956.
It's all about Luther Burden III, the L, the B, the 3, then teamed up with Old Vienna and created the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblet.
LB3 for the TD.
It's Old Vienna and Luther Burton III with the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, the special edition.
Yo, what up, it's Luther Burton. I grew up eating Old Vienna Red Hot Riblets. I'm now excited to be playing the game I love and celebrate with my own Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets. Let's go.
LB3 Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, available at all Snooks locations. Make your touchdown and pick up a bag today.
Speed, agility, and responsiveness. That's what matters. Ready to perform in any condition and the power to change direction real quick so you don't get hit.
Wow, that's pretty intense. Most people are just looking for more space or better gas mileage. But I've got just the thing for you.
Come see your car people in Columbia and Jefferson City or shop 24/7 at rustingjourney.com. I like this. Does it come in black and gold?
Welcome back to the Palace on Union Boulevard, home of the Soldan Tigers. 7-0 Chaminade as we begin the third quarter here in Demetrious. Once again, I'm going to go back. Everything was going Soldan's way in the big pick down there. Even though they're only down 7, that was a huge play, and they haven't played the same way since.
Yeah, I agree. And I think what happens, they had the momentum. They was driving. They was running the ball. They did not pass the ball that whole series. Get down there in the third and short, like less than 1 yard. They tried to, do a play action or, a fake pass and get it intercepted, and Chaminade takes it down the field. What happens in these situations when you have teams that is struggling already and a bad thing happened when they had something good going, it takes their confidence away. And you can see Soldan never recovered from that in that second quarter. They never played aggressively or they never played with confidence like they were prior to that interception.
And Chaminade won the toss and elected to defer, so they're going to get to open the football to open up the third quarter. It'll be interesting to see how they run their offensive scheme here in the third quarter.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Chaminade's going to probably be a little more aggressive also.
Quran Harris with a line drive, wobbling kick for Soldan, and it's go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Red Devils will set up shop 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. And let's see what Andrew Tony, the head football coach at Chaminade, with his team 0-4, talking on the sideline. You see at your far right to his quarterback, number 14, Drake Foss.
And the key to this game is going to be this. Which quarterback get a rhythm going early? So in the second half, both of the quarterbacks made some nice plays in terms of runs. Now it's going to be very important to see which quarterback start off with a rhythm. Makes the first handoff, get a nice pickup, a little small pass, get his confidence going.
So it'll be 1st and 10, Chaminade from their own 20-yard line. Soldan comes in a 3-4 balanced line. Another misdirection play for Soldan, nothing doing. Number 1, that's Derek Fields Jr. for the Red Devils. Sean Fleming on the stop for Soldan.
What I can appreciate is this, how Soldan was disciplined and stayed at home when that misdirection opened. They didn't fool anybody. Defensive line, they get up front, they make the play, they keep the balance. That was a good play, defensive play by Soldan.
And an important defensive series here for Soldan to open up the third quarter. They need to get the ball back. Here's an outside run, trying to bounce it outside for a pickup of about 3 yards on the play. That's number 10. That's Madden Irving for the Red Devils of Chaminade.
And both of these teams feel that if they can establish a run game, they can take a opportunity to control this game. And I think they're right. However, you're going to have to make one big pass in this game. It's going to have to happen.
Important third down for both teams. I know sounds like a huge statement, but it is for both teams. Inside handoff for the Red Devils, number 10. That's Irving again. And he's going to be shy of a first down, Demetrious, as the Soldan Tigers knifes in. Number 14, once again, he's been all over the field. Sean Fleming for the Tigers.
And it's a 4th down situation, and it seems like they're going to still go for it. I mean, you got to like it.
4th and 3. Let's see if they try to draw them off then. They were successful in the second half going into halftime. Quick count this time. Inside run. And I don't think he's going to make it, Demetrious. It's going to be very close. He's going to pick up a first down. If he did, it was very close.
Yeah, that was the second effort. Gets the ball inside and gets stopped behind the line of scrimmage, but keeps his feet moving and move the pile just enough to hit the first down.
Those are the kind of plays when you get in the weight room. Those are weight room plays.
No question about it. That's a play you can look back on and say, this was key in our game.
False and shotgun formation, single back set. Inside handoff once again to Irving. And a host of Tigers in on the stop. Their linebackers are very active, Demetrious. They do a great job staying at home, playing downhill.
And that's what Chaminade is saying to Soldan. We want to see if you can stop us inside our inside traps, quick dives. Your linebackers, we're going to be mano-a-mano with the line. Can your linebacker make plays?
Oh, nice play that time on the inside handoff. Knife it in once again, the big fella for Soldan, number 59. He's been all over. Justin Moore. That's a great play by that young man. We got an injured Tiger down on the field.
Yeah, he's up now, but I tell you, that's a good play right there, man. I mean, they are playing hard. Both of these teams are 0-4. You couldn't really tell they're 0-4 the way they're out there competing.
You're right about that. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Red Devils as the injured Tiger bounced back up, and that's good news. Single back set, motion man far side. They give it to the motion man. That's Fields Jr., and he's going to push his way to another Chaminade Red Devil first down.
Wow. I mean, that's just now they playing mano-a-mano football, like I keep saying. They are just saying our offensive line is better than your defensive line. Our running backs can make your linebacker miss us, and we're going to play this big boy football.
1st and 10 for the Red Devils. They're on the move. Inside 9 minutes to go. 3rd quarter, trying to make a statement here on the ground. Here's another end around 23. He fumbles the football, and the Tigers look like they're going to pounce on it. Soldan indicates they have it, Demetrious. Getting fancy and don't have to, and the Tigers are going to come away with it.
Wow, that's a play that Soldan needed to make, man. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I mean, it was just like in the round. I like the call, but the execution wasn't there. The call was, I have a problem with it because it's like a misdirection going the opposite side, trying to catch them off guard, but the handoff was mishandled.
Yeah, they tried to bounce. They ran 2 plays off tackle in succession and tried to get something going outside, and it backfired. So the Tigers were set up shop 1st and 10 from the Red Devil 48-yard line with 8:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. And Demetrious, this is prime time opportunity for Coach Edwards and his Soldan Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, if I'm Coach Edwards, right, I'm just going to do what I did in the first quarter that maintained the game and that play smash mouth football.
Stephen Huggins in at quarterback under center to start the 3rd quarter. 2-step drop. He's going to be flushed out. He's going to be hit and sacked. Big time play by the Red Devils, number 3. That's your man again, Jordan Pettis.
Well, Jordan Pettis is playing a heck of a game, getting off the ball, making plays in the backfield. That's what you want. You use his hands and got around the offensive lineman and made a nice play in the backfield. Great job by Pettis.
O'Fallon jumped up on the flyer, 7-6. Demetrious. 2nd quarter score, East St. Louis 36, O'Fallon 7.
Not surprised.
8:13 in counting here in the 3rd quarter here at the Palace on Union Boulevard, Soldan International Studies High School. And the Demetrious Johnson Charitable Foundation, along with ZOULOU Sports High School Football Game of the Week. Huggins in a pro set I formation gives it to the tailback. Nice run, lowering his shoulders is number Jabari Edwards for Soldan, and that's a tough run. Big time yardage for the Tigers.
And that's what Soldan needs to do. Just continue to pound like that. I like what's happening inside the inside interior line play. Soldan blocking has been pretty good this game. I'm going to continue to stay behind him. And you know what? The coach and the staff, everybody got to stay patient on the running game.
Check that, Taishan Allen. Want to make sure we give the kid the proper recognition. Allen, once again, nothing fancy, moving the chains. Did he fumble that football? He was down. Nice play, nice call by the officials. That won't be Chaminade football. The officials motion, he was down, and that's a good call by this official crew.
Yeah, a very good call. But you see what's happening. Soldan is getting momentum. Their momentum is coming from the running game. They're not doing a very good job when they pass the ball and scramble out. I'm going to stay behind the big line. That big line is doing an outstanding job. That's what I'm going to do.
They are, and you can see the side judge look like unsportsmanlike conduct. Looks like it's going to be against Chaminade. They're going to move the football as Chaminade gets a big major penalty here, Demetrious. I didn't see the flag, but that's a big 15 yards on the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Red Devils, and Coach Tony can't be too pleased about that. 7:16 to go, third quarter. Tigers on the move here. Ball resting at the Red Devil 33. And the other quarterback, Taishan Johnson, back in for the Tigers. He brings the troops out in a pro set I formation. The tailback, number 22, Allen. They give it to the fullback, the up man, knife it through, trying to negotiate, is Taishan Jordan. Moving the pile. He's going to pick up 2, maybe 3 yards on the play.
Maurice, what I've been impressed with this offensive line of Soldan, they've really established another offensive line. I mean, they are pushing the Chaminade team backwards, and that's what you want. You want to be able to push them back, have the power and the strength, and they're doing that. You got to stay patient with what you're getting accomplished. I'm going to continue to run the ball if I'm Soldan.
No question. He ended up picking 5 yards on the play. 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers on the move. Clock on the move as well. 6:35 and counting. Number 4, Taishan Johnson, bark it out signals in a pro set I formation. They give it to the tailback. Allen negotiates, nothing doing that time. Jordan Wallace, knifing in for the Red Devils.
Man, that was a great play by Wallace. He gets off the line of scrimmage, man, and he goes underneath and makes a nice play to pack that thing up. Great job.
Well, you played NFL, you played a big-time college football. Low man wins in this game, DJ, and that's what he did. Kept the pass low, knifed in, and made the tackle that time.
Great job.
3rd down, let's call it 8, in a big 3rd down situation for Coach Edwards and his Soldan coaching staff.
Now, passing has not been good. I'm going to come back with a screen, Maurice, or I'm going to come back with some kind of counter inside.
Yeah.
Because dropping back, they've not been successful throwing the ball just straight drop backs.
The off-tackle runs have been working. Here it is. End around. Oh, nope. Trying to bounce it out far. He almost fumbled the football. And that's another good play by Chaminade, number 4. That's my man, Aiden. Aiden on the stop. And once again, the runner that time on the end around, Miguel Lacey, just couldn't get any penetration up the field. Tried to bounce it outside.
Well, he couldn't get penetration because the defensive line got penetration. They did a good job changing the line of scrimmage up front. Great job by Chaminade offensive line and penetrating. That's what you want. You want your defensive line get underneath the offensive line pads and just get down and just make a big clutter.
And Soldan has not been successful on 3rd down calls all afternoon. Soldan is going to punt and play field position here. Let's see if they get a good kick, a wobbly kick. And it's going to be in the end zone. That kind of backfired. Touchback for Chaminade, and they'll set up shop 1st and 10 with 4:53 to go, 3rd quarter, on their 20-yard line.
Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue. If I'm Soldan on defense, I'm going to blitz up there because they don't want to pass the ball. I'm going to take my linebackers. We're going to blitz. Now, if I'm Chaminade, I'm going to get on the edge of them. I'm going to come out and try to get around the edge and get downfield because the edge running has been pretty good. Neither one of the teams' passing has been good. And if you're going to pass, you got to be like screens or some bubble out of the backfield.
1st down for Drake Fox. He gives the handoff. Here's nice enough running room and more. Still on his feet. He's across the 30, across the 40, and knocked down at around the 42-yard line by Quan Harris. Not until the Red Devils pick up a 1st down, but once again, laundry on the field, another penalty.
I mean, it's really been plagued with penalties in this game. Both teams has got uncharacteristic penalties.
Holding against the Red Devils, and that'll negate a big 1st down for the Red Devils of Chaminade, and that'll back them up all the way back to their 10-yard line, I think. 4:35 to go, 3rd quarter, in a swiftly played game here at Soldan High School. I'm going to march this all the way back, I think, to like the 9-yard line, so it'll be 1st down and 20 from the 11. False. Two-step drops, trying to set up a screen, Demetrious. He does. Far side complete. Far side across the 20. 25, still on his feet and knocked down at around the 30-yard line. Still on his feet as he powers his way to around the 33, and a late flag comes in by the far side official. Solomon Shelton on the stop, but another flag, and let's see what this is about. It looks like it's going to go against Chaminade again. Let's see what the referee, Cornell Andrews, says here.
Wow.
Personal foul against Chaminade.
Oh, wow.
And it's an ejection.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Now, I have not seen an ejection. I did not see that, man.
Oh, wow. I don't know who the player was. Number 1, Derek Fields Jr. ran off the field, but I'm not sure if he was the one that got the personal foul. He's still on the sideline. He's taking off his gloves. And I don't know if that was the ejected player. We'll find out. But, man, that's huge.
Yeah, that is. I mean, they had a nice run, nice momentum. That's what you say in football, but that happens with teams not winning.
That's right. Discipline.
That comes along with teams not winning, man. They don't make plays. I mean, or they'll do something to hurt their team in a crucial situation.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the 20. Here's a look-in play. Oh, man, overshoots his man, the intended receiver. It's Reese Fierix for Chaminade, and that safety was coming, and he almost got Fierix killed that time.
I know that's right. I mean,
wow.
I mean, wow. Yeah, you got to be able to.
Can't lead him into that.
Lead him into the war zone.
That's right.
You can't do that.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
All right, let's see. It's going to be the far side, 2nd down. Let's call it 10 from the 20. Drake false, barking out signals in a single back set. 2-step drop. He's going to look downfield, far side. He has a man open.
Yes,
complete.
Yes, sir.
Complete inside the 50-yard line, inside Tigers territory. On the far side, Faust dropped it in the pocket.
Yes, sir.
Well done job, young man. Complete to number 19. And that's Peter Felster, 1st and 10 for the Red
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. That was a big-time play. The ball comes right down in the seam. That was a perfectly thrown pass by the quarterback. Gets it right between the safety and the corner, right there on down. Oh, that was a beautiful. That's another Picasso.
One of the better throws by Faust today. 1st and 10. Here comes the Red Devils. Faust looking this side. Now he's going to bounce it outside on the other side. He's going to take it for a few yards, maybe 3 yards on the play. Tackled on the far side by the Tigers. Number 47 once again, Solomon Shelton.
And you know, you got to give these teams credit. I mean, both of these teams 0-4, trying to do something, and it's good. You know, and it's really. I just got to say this: it has been very interesting the play calling.
Here's Bluette.
Ooh, that's
on the
nice.
end around. And a late hit.
Yeah.
And man, it's getting ugly out here right now.
You know, and I didn't really know. I don't know if that was Maurice. I don't know if I call it a late hit, honestly, because, I mean, the momentum, everybody's momentum was going there. I don't know if he was far, down, out of the bounds. I don't know about that one.
And it's a helmet targeting play. Number 21 for Soldan, Christopher Newland, was on the stop. As you see, Coach Andrew Toney here getting his play called in, but that's a big-time play for Chaminade. I don't know if that was, for Soldan on a defensive penalty. And they're going to put Chaminade in excellent shape here.
Well, we're about to see something. The University of Missouri is kicking the ball.
For the win.
For the win.
Did they get it?
No, they missed it.
Oh, my God.
Missouri missed the field goal.
Oh, my God. Here comes Faust, inside handoff to Madden Irvin. Negotiates his way to close to the 20-yard line. Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
You got to make those plays if you're the Missouri Tigers.
And they was like on the 8-yard line.
Oh, my goodness. It's a chip shot.
Yeah.
Pick up a 5 yards on the play for Chaminade. And the clock has stopped momentarily with 3:12 to go. In the third quarter, Chaminade up 7-0 and threatening here from the Soldan Tiger 20-yard line, 2nd and 5.
Wow.
False in shotgun formation, single back set counter play. They give it to the 23. He was stripped of the football, but Chaminade falls on it.
Well, that's good defensive play. He comes up there and just make a nice play in the backfield.
Bluette was the ball carrier, fumbled the ball, but the Red Devils pounced on it.
Wow.
Third down and 4. They ended up getting positive yardage on the fumble. Pickup of 1 from the Soldan 18. Bluette once again off tackle, still negotiating. And he's going to be close to a Red Devil first down. Shelton once again around the football for Soldan. And it's going to bring up a first down on a quick count.
Boy, that's a nice play, defensive play.
Nice play that time.
Man, they came down.
69 and 55. That number 55, Taishan Kelly, he's a big-time player.
He really is. I mean, he smashed down that line of scrimmage. That was a beautiful play by Kelly, number 55. Whoa, that was nice.
Burns around the football as well, 69, Maurice Burns. Here's Bluette on a quick pitch, trying to bounce it outside. Touchdown, Chaminade. Nothing fancy that time, just a quick hitter. They went on a short count that time, Demetrious, on 2nd and goal from the 5. And Coach Tony and the Red Devils punch it in for 6 more.
Wow. I mean, that's what you want to do. I mean, when you get an opportunity, you go down the field, that's what happens. Take advantage of it.
Ayton will attempt a PAT out of hold of number 19 for Chaminade, Peter Felster. Whistles in. Good snap, ball down, and we're going to get a whistle, and let's see what this is all about. Offside Soldan, and they're just unraveling here. Now, this is where discipline comes in.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a game. You got a whole quarter to go, so you're down by 2 scores. You easily can get in a before this kick, I want to just talk about it. I just got some text in that Missouri missed the winning field goal from the 5-yard line.
In Auburn.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Those are the games. They got to come back and win. And this kick
a winning
blocked,
field goal?
but good.
A winning field goal from the 5-yard line?
And so they go into overtime?
They got to go into overtime.
They got to win this game.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to win it with that. When you miss a field goal from the 5-yard line, so that means it's like a 15-yard field goal.
Right.
Or a 10-yard field goal.
Was it blocked or anything?
I just missed it.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no. And we at Missouri, University of Missouri, they supposedly had a great field goal kicker.
You cannot lose football games and
he
blow
was a preseason All-American.
Oh, my goodness.
He missed 2 last week. Now he just missed this one. But, I don't know. We're not watching the game. We just got an update on it.
Yeah. Wow. Kick was partially blocked here, but it went through for Chaminade. I'm sure Coach Drinkwitz would have loved to have that one transplant for him down in Auburn.
Wow.
In Death Valley. Boy, you got to pull that one out down there now. 14-0 here on the Palace and Union Boulevard, Soldan High School. It's Chaminade looking to get for their first win of the season. Still a lot of football left in this game, third quarter. And I'm going to have to get my partner here, Demetrious Johnson, together.
I'm just destroyed. I can't even call a game no more. You don't miss a 10-yard field goal. Oh, my God. When things go bad, that goes bad, buddy.
I'm going to try to pronounce this name again. Kotrobis is set to kick off for the Red Devils. 14-0, Chaminade on top. Here's a high end-over wobbly kick returnable for Soldan. Here comes the Tigers on the 4th side, trying to bounce it outside. He's got running room and more, and run out of bounds at around the 30, it's like the 34-yard line or so. And Let's see what Soldan does with a minute 46 to go in the third, trailing by 14.
Well, if I'm Soldan, I got to be aggressive. I'm going to come back and I'm going to do some screens. I'm going to do some draw plays like that, because, your passing down the field have not been that efficient. So you got to throw some shorter passes, slide your running back out of the backfield, dump it to him, try to do some one-on-one, maneuvering out there, make them have to make a tackle against you.
You want to try to score here. If you can run it, you still got time. But, man, you got to try to score here if you're Soldan. There's a run trying to bounce it outside for the Tigers. Number 22, once again. He's been a workhorse today, Taishan Allen, for the Tigers. And that's a good job by number 85, Ryan Doring, for Chaminade.
Yeah, and I tell you, Chaminade is played well. You can tell both of these teams are young, and both of these teams are rebuilding, just by the mistakes they made. So it puts me in the mind frame, okay, I see why they lost games, because of the youthness of the team plus the mistakes.
Haven't seen Chaminade 0-4 for a long time. A daunting opening month of the schedule for them, but these games will make them better. Allen, once again, he's got running room and more. First down yardage and more. Across the 35 to around the 37-yard line is Taishan Allen for the Soldan Tigers. First down Tigers.
Well, I'm going to stay with that horse. You know what I'm saying? When you got something working, you got to stay with it. You can't, go away from what's working for you. I'm going to stay with what's working, and that run, that off-tackle run has been very successful for Soldan.
Yeah, they've been very successful running on the left side of that interior line for the Tigers this afternoon. And I would try to just keep this football and try to get it to within one score. If I get it down to one score, anything can happen. First and 10, Tigers from their own 44. Single back set for Soldan. An 85 move. Let's see, though. Legal procedure, or is it offside?
Legal procedure.
Oh, wow. They just keep shooting themselves in the foot. They moved the football here this afternoon, but just keep shooting themselves in the foot, they being the Soldan Tigers, especially on first down, and that's not conducive if you want to win a program and win a season.
Well, I mean, they still young, Maurice, and they trying to fight through these things. And once you start losing games, it gets very difficult for you to, to stay focused and do the right thing.
That's the end of the third quarter of play here at Soldan High School with our score. Chaminade 14, Soldan 0. You're watching the Demetrious Johnson Charitable Foundation in conjunction with ZOULOU Sports High School Football Game of the Week.
Leaving high school has been a big transition, but with my new coaches, I've learned so much.
We're really excited with Luther's progress. He's shown us so much potential. I think we're going to offer him a permanent spot on our team.
Rusty, this internship was great and all, but I was talking about football.
I was afraid of that. I was hoping for a Hail Mary. Good luck this season, Luther.
Thanks, Rusty. Shop 24/7 at rustingjourney.com.
It's all about Luther Burden III. The L, the B, the 3, then teamed up with Old Vienna and created the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblet.
LB3 for the TD.
It's Old Vienna and Luther Burden III with the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, the special edition.
Yo, what up, it's Luther Burden. I grew up eating Old Vienna Red Hot Riblets. I'm now excited to be playing the game I love and celebrate with my own Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets. Let's go.
LB3 Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, available at all Snooks locations. Make your touchdown and pick up a bag today.
Back to action here at Soldan. And the quarterback, Taishan Johnson, has a deflection at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to bring up a second down and 15 for the Soldan Tigers with 11:56 to go in the ball game from their own 40-yard line, trailing by 14.
I think what needs to happen here, Soldan's got to get a rhythm, man. They had a rhythm early. I'm saying it goes back to that first quarter when they had a rhythm and they tried to play action pass. They've never gained that rhythm back.
Huggins under center for Soldan as they've had, matter of fact, this is a direct handoff to number 22, Taishan Allen at time in Wildcat formation. They're trying to mix some things up here, the Soldan Tigers.
Well, I think what they're trying to do is get the ball in their athlete's hand. You know what I'm saying? And Johnson is that kind of player that can get the ball and make things happen immediately.
That's a good observation, Demetrious. They need something cooking here as the clock is moving. Inside 12 minutes to go, 11:25 to be exact, trailing by 14, and Soldan needs to get on the board here. Plenty time left, but they need a score in a big way. Johnson in shotgun formation for Soldan, single back set. It's Allen. Pitch play to Allen, trying to bounce it outside, negotiating. He has nothing, no running room.
I tell you what. If I'm Soldan, I'm going to come back and maybe run a screen. You know what I'm saying? They have not run a screen, and what I'm going to run, I'll run a middle screen, honestly, because I let the defensive line press up front, drop that baby right down to the running back, and let him make some plays.
And I heard some fans, and I have to agree with them. You know, you don't run the pitch to the short side of the field like that.
Well, sometimes, I mean, you can see that happen in the pros and the college because depending on the running lanes, they don't have to be they don't have to be wide, they don't have to be a big lane, a small lane. So depending on your coaching philosophy.
Soldan's going to punt it here on 4th down. And it's
wow.
partially blocked. It takes the Tiger roll and fielded by Soldan. Dennis Taylor at around the Red Devil 46-yard line. So Chaminade would set up shop in excellent field position with 10:28 to go in the ball game, up 14, as Foss trots out on the field. And I'm sure Coach Tony here, we're going to see some fire nights here. We're going to run the football and try to get
no
out
doubt
here.
about it. I mean, if I'm Coach Torrey, what I'm going to do is just say, hey, let's run the ball, let's stay physical, and let's run the ball. That's what I'm going to do.
1st and 10, Red Devils from the 46. 2-step drop. Foss going to air it out. Near side, he has a man over, shoots his man. Number 15, Dakari Weaver, and he had him wide open, Demetrious, on 1st down. Wow. The cornerback that time, number 21, Christopher Newland, looked like he was taking a little peek at the backfield, and the man ran right past him, and he was open. Foss just overshot.
Oh, man. I mean, when you're trying to win games and it's difficult to win, things happen. And that's what happened.
They go back to the running game. There's Chaminade, number 10, Irvin. And is he going to stay in bounds? No, he's going to be run out of bounds. They're inside the 10-yard line at about the 9. And that's Madden Irvin on the quick pitch. And 1st down, yarded, 1st and goal, Chaminade. Nothing fancy there. Foss with a pitch to Irvin. And down the sideline he went for 1st down yardage and more.
And you can kind of see Soldan is kind of feeling like they're being deflated because they've not made a play, when they had to make a play. I mean, go back to that interception changed the whole momentum of the Soldan game.
No question about it. 1st and goal from the 10, they mark it. It's a handoff. It's going to be a touchdown for Chaminade. Number 10, Madden Irving in the end zone, but we got a flag down on the play again, Demetrious. It looks like it's in the backfield. Holding against Chaminade. They're going to bring it back. So that negates the Red Devil touchdown by Irving. And I must say that this officiating crew this afternoon, Demetrious, have done a good job, and they've controlled the football game out there.
Well, just got confirmation Missouri was going in to score. Running back drops the ball, fumbles, Auburn recovers, and wins in overtime.
Oh, my goodness.
By 3.
It's going to be a long plane ride back home, baby.
Yes, it is. Like it's going to be a long season.
And guys like Luther Burton and a couple of other guys that have been used to winning, and they're young, this got to have to be tough on those guys.
Oh, no doubt about it. No doubt about it, man. It's just.
And it pains alumni like you. I can see it just to see, because they have some talent there.
They got a lot of talent, but you know, they got to just.
You got to learn how to win.
Yes.
Just like these two teams this afternoon. False. Inside handoff to 10 again. That's my man, Madden Irvin, knifing his way, still on his feet. First down yardage and more. And right now, Soldan doing a poor job of tackling. Irvin picks up a first down for the Red Devils.
Yeah, and, you know, you just got to play tight up front. You got to make sure you're solid up front. You can't give up. You know, these young kids, and you just got to be just focused. Yep. Let's take a break.
Yep. Let's take a break as Coach Edwards and Soldan takes a break as well. 9:40 to go in the ball game. 14-0, Red Devils on top. This is Demetrious Johnson Charitable Foundation in conjunction with ZOULOU Sports High School Football Game of the Week.
It's all about Luther Burden III. The L, the B, the 3, then teamed up with Old Vienna and created the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblet.
LB3 for the TD.
It's Old Vienna and Luther Burden III with the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, the special edition.
Yo, what up, it's Luther Burden. I grew up eating Old Vienna Red Hot Riblets. I'm now excited to be playing the game I love and celebrate with my own Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets. Let's go.
LB3 Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, available at all Snooks locations. Make your touchdown and pick up a bag today.
Loss of program history.
Back to action here at Soldan. 9:40 to go. Soldan needs a stop. Here's an inside handoff to the fullback once again, and cross tackled from behind. That's number 10, Irving, once again for the Red Devils. He's been the workhorse here in the second half here, Demetrious.
Yeah, you're right. He's carrying that load, man, and giving him the ball. He's making plays upfield, being very physical. I mean, he's a physical runner for a small guy.
He is very
He's
physical.
making it happen.
And can stay on his feet as well. He does a good job.
Wow.
Chaminade is at Vianney next week in another big game for them. First and goal from the 8. False barks out signals. He's going to roll out. Look like he's going to keep it himself. Trying to bounce outside. Demetrious looking for the power line. Did he get it? Touchdown, Chaminade.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, Chaminade, they're doing what they need to do. I mean, they're running the ball. The running backs, quarterbacks, all being physical, running downhill, get blocking up front. And that's all you need, just a crease. Get a crease, the running back gets it in, the quarterback gets it in. Great job, great execution.
Yeah, the good play call that time by Coach Antoine Torrey and his staff. Just nothing fancy, just keeping the ball with his quarterback. Couple of blocks, nice seal block by the wide receiver over there, in for the 6.
And that's what you want to do, man. You just want to be able to control the line of scrimmage and make plays downfield, and they're doing those things.
Chaminade likes to go for 2 here. False. Inside handoff. Looking for my man Irvin again. Did he get to the goal line? Yes, he did. 2-point conversion is good here. 8:44 to go. 22-zip. Chaminade on top, Demetrious.
And I can say, we look at this score and we say it's 22-zip, and you would think that Chaminade really dominated this game, but it's not been that way. I mean, this is the 9, I mean, although it's 22 points and you haven't scored nothing from Soldan, but it's not been a dominating factor from Chaminade. Chaminade's just not dominated this game.
I agree with you.
I mean, that's what's interesting. I've never seen a game like this where you ain't getting dominated.
That's right. Just bad breaks, couple of penalties. Coach Edwards, he's going to get a lot. When you go back and look at the film, he's going to see a lot of positives in this game from his young team.
Yeah, but it's just strange. I've seen the game. I've seen games 22-0, and they've been dominated.
Yeah.
This has not really been dominated.
I agree with you.
It's just been just mistakes and bad tackling. So it's not these teams are pretty much equal, Maurice, coming into this thing.
Soldan will take on Confluence right here at Soldan High School next week in another big PHL game. Aiden kicks off, low wobbly kick, and it's going to be a touchback as it goes into the end zone. Chaminade will be on the road against Vianney, and there's a purport of good games. Have you decided what you're going to do, where you're going to be next week?
No. I think we off next week. We'll be in Columbia. The Georgia game.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
That whooping?
Man, so Mizzou goes to Auburn,
gives one, give it up.
Then they got to see one of the top teams in the country in Georgia.
Give it up to Auburn.
Oh, wow.
I don't know how a guy missed a 10-yard field goal.
Yes, that would be very interesting.
That's really hard to miss unless it got blocked. That's when we get an opportunity to make a break, I like to find out, was it blocked? Or
yeah. If he was in the pros, he wouldn't be riding the plane back home.
I don't think so. But he's been in a slump. He missed 2 field goals last week.
And like you said, an All-American. Here's Johnson out of the shotgun trying to string it outside, nothing doing. And the Red Devils are just swarming now. They're just eating big fella right now with under 9 minutes to go.
Because they know, you're not been able to really complete any passes downfield, so we don't really have to play that way. We're just going to let our ears back and just attack the quarterback, and that's what they're doing right now.
Actually, that was in the Wildcat, Taishan Allen with the direct snap to him. And just nothing doing right now. And Soldan doesn't even look like the team that they were an hour ago.
Well, because, like I said, when you come into a game and you're 0-4 and you get down, any small thing that happens to you in a football game when you're down, it really just messes with you psychologically, like, here we go again. You got to fight through that, here we go again.
That's right. And after this play, you bring up a great point. I want to elaborate on that. 2nd down and 9. Taishan Johnson running for her life, throws it downfield. That's a good job by the quarterback, not taking a loss of yardage and getting that ball out after he got out of the pocket and throws it downfield. That's a smart play.
Yeah, and you were going to make a comment.
Well, I was going to say that these type of games where you didn't get dominated and you may lose with 7:36, you may lose, but still, I think Coach Edwards and his staff have a lot of things to build on a game like this.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, you when you're a young team and you made mistakes and you played against a team of Chaminade that's really have a history of being pretty good. Chaminade is not like a team that's not been good. They've been very good for a long time. And you still competed with them, and just a few breaks here or there that really kind of changed the dynamics of it. Then you got to look at things a little different, man. You really do.
Soldan has some players that can play with anybody here in the Metro East area.
No question about it.
See a lot of talent out there. Taishan Johnson, 3-step drop, overshoots his man on the far side. Intended receiver number 14, Sean Fleming for Soldan.
Now, that is a hard throw.
Across the field.
Yes, you're on a hash, and you're trying to throw it deep out to the far right of you, and you're on the left hash. That's a pro throw.
No
and
doubt.
pro coach quarterbacks have problems throwing that. I guarantee you, our boy up in Missouri, we couldn't even throw that one.
I don't
Brady
think so.
Cook.
And
You know
Taishan
what I'm
Johnson actually had a strong ball throwing
he
it that
did.
way. It's a dangerous play as well because
No
the
question
cornerback
about it.
picked that off. It's 6 points in the foot, but that's a big time play for a high school to ask a lot for a high
really
school
is.
quarterback.
I mean, you got to roll him over that way and get him a little closer, let him throw. But throwing from one hash all the way over to the other side, opposite side of the field, that's a hard throw.
Jordan Pettis, number 23 back deep for Chaminade. Bluette fields the punt, trying to knife his way inside the 30, and he's going to be wrestled and stopped by number 14, Sean Fleming for Soldan. So here come the Red Devils in excellent field position with 7:21 to go in the ball game, up 22. And it would be interesting to see what Antoine Torrey elects to do offensively for his Chaminade Red Devils here late in this ball game.
Yeah, and what you want to do, you want to try to continue to play, just play with some confidence. And if you're a coach, you're telling your team you can't quit right now, because you can't quit. Let's continue to build because we got another game next week. Let's build on that game next week, but we cannot quit in this situation.
Soldan plays Confluence Academy next week. while
And Confluence is a
Chaminade
pretty good
goes to
team.
Vianney. Confluence is a good team.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Foss with the end around, and number 23 once again, Bluette. And he's been a load today for Soldan as he negotiates on the far side for about 5 yards.
And that's what you want to do. If I'm Coach Torrey, what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue to run the ball. I'm not going to even put the ball in the air. You don't need to. You're up 22 points with less than 6 minutes to go in the game. I'm just going to continue to just run the ball and run the clock down. We score, we score.
And tell my guys to stay in bounds and let's stay healthy. Inside handoff once again. Number 10 knifes his way through is Madden Irving. And we've called his name a lot. Irving, along with Bluette, has been a 1-2 punch
No question
for
about
this
it.
Chaminade
I
team.
mean, they performed at a high level. I mean, when they needed to make plays, either one of those guys will get a 10-yard, get a first down, or get a touchdown. So they've really played outstanding.
Falls on the center, inside handoff once again. That looks like Bluette negotiates toward the pylon, and he's going to be close to the end zone. It's going to bring up a first and goal situation for the Chaminade Red Devils, and he was run out of bounds, so they did stop the clock. That's a favor for Soldan, but deep in town inside Soldan territory at around the 3-yard line are the Red Devils, and they're looking to punch it in again. And here's a quick snap. Did they get in? No, they were denied that time. It's going to bring up second down and goal.
Yeah, when you Soldan, I mean, right now you got to tell your team you can't give up. And you can see, look at on the sideline of the team, they're looking deflated. You know, they're not looking, like they were when they first came out. They actually had a chance in this game.
No question.
A few breaks here and there changed the whole dynamic of what happened in the game.
No question. And Falls, to his credit, has run a great game for Torrey. Coach Torrey not trying to be too fancy, just doing his job. He's going to roll out. And I had that one almost picked off that time as he tried to lob it over the linebacker. And that's a good play by the linebacker for Soldan, Solomon Shelton.
And you want your team, this is a good opportunity for your team to continue to see how they fight. But you can see Soldan is kind of, they down on it, they're not feeling it right now because I can understand. They was in this game, folks. I mean, it's 22-0 Chaminade, but the score does not indicate how competitive the game was at first. I mean, this game was very competitive all the way until a few mistakes, a few breaks by Chaminade, and then they changed the whole dynamic of it.
Well, I must have missed something because
did he score on that?
He must have scored. That must have been a 2-point conversion. I never saw indication that Chaminade scored on that play.
I didn't either.
On the previous play. So that was a 2-point conversion play that was no good. So Foss must have gotten in here on the near side. We were kind of blind from the corner down there. So he got in. So it's 28-0 with 6:10 to go. 2-point conversion was no good. And the Red Devils set the kick off here.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
I don't know what just happened. I have no idea.
I never saw an indication on the monitor or on the far side. You couldn't see in the corner, but Foss must have gotten in for the score down there.
I have no idea.
28-0 here. The Red Devils on top. They'll get their first win of the year, barring a miracle here by Soldan. Aiden set the kickoff for the Red Devils. Picked up on the ground by the Soldans. Number 21. That's Christopher Newland once again, and he returns the ball to around the, looks like he's returned to around the 29-yard line. The Soldan to set up shot once again with 6:01 to go in the ball game, trailing by 28.
Yeah, he's a nice return man. I like his ability. I mean, really quick. Got good vision when he gets the ball. I was just watching and see how he make his determination on the cuts. Just instinctive and good movement.
And he wasn't scared. He wasn't scared to take on potential tacklers, and that's what I like to see at the high school level. Guy not really scared.
Right.
Well, let's see if Coach Edwards and his staff can muster up something here with 6 minutes, 6:01 to be exact, to go in the ball game. And you want to keep playing. You want to keep coaching.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, and this is it because now you're playing for next week.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not playing for this game because this game is practically over. I mean, it's over with all practical purposes. However, you want to try to get better. How do you get better? By executing every time you get on the field.
That's right. And another mistake, and it looks like the guard for Soldan might have moved. Let's see that he get drawn off. Legal procedure against Soldan. And we won't call numbers, just a, young kid making a mistake for Soldan. They lose 5, 1st and 15 from the 27. Once again, Soldan will play Confluence Academy next week. Chaminade on the road against Vianney. Inside handoff that time. Number 22, your guy, Taishan Allen.
Hey, did we ever get an update on that East St. Louis game?
We did. After 3 quarters, 36-7, Flyers in control in the U Southwestern Conference game. They're 2-2, but they came in ranked number 1 in the state, losing to the 2 national power teams. Both games they should have won. And but this is what happens in conference play. They scored 57 against Belleville East last week. They're going to put up at least 36 against O'Fallon, making a statement in the conference, coming back home.
Okay.
Hopefully we can get you and Kevy to come over and maybe check out Darren Sunken Flyers before the season is out. They have the best PA announcer, by the way, in the country.
Yeah, I think they do. I think they do. They call him the mouth of the South.
The voice.
Where you come from.
The voice of Flyers Athletics.
And that's, hey, y'all, this is Maurice Scott for the voice.
That's a run that time by Stephen Huggins. He's been rotating at quarterback, getting some action in the backfield as well for Soldan. He and Taishan Johnson have done the boatload of the quarterback duties here as we see the injured Red Devil up and trots off the field. That's good to see. Javion Scott for Chaminade. Both teams seem like no one got hurt this afternoon so far, so that's a good sign for both teams.
Yeah, I mean, it really is.
Pro set I formation for Coach Edwards Soldan Tigers. End around once again. Here they come near side, number 43. A nice run that time by Miguel Lacey for Soldan, and he's going to be close to a first down. It will be enough for a Tiger first down.
And what I'm impressed with about Soldan is this ain't not quit.
That's right.
I mean, them kids are still playing hard. You're down 28-0 in the fourth quarter with less than 5 minutes to go in the game, and you still competing. And that's what you want to do. You want to go out there and you want to compete, and they're competing.
And I think that's a credit to Coach Edwards and his staff.
No doubt.
And these young men. They're still competing. I see the big center still running. Maria Burns still running to the football, breaking the huddle. That's a good sign for this Soldan Tigers and this young group of men.
It really is. They got a young coach, and you got to appreciate what Coach Edwards has been able to do.
Huggins with the inside handoff once again. A host of Red Devils in on the stop as they unpile. Let's see who the ball carrier was for Soldan, and he's down. They're going to get him up now. Looks like number 34. That's Tabron Jordan. He's another name that we've called an awful lot. They have a stable of running backs, and they have some kids that are not afraid to run it to carry the load for Coach Edwards.
No, I agree. I mean, I do agree with that. I mean, they play hard, man.
See the big center running to the line. I like that. Big Elijah Rapp.
So you try to take something from this game. From this game, I take as a coach is that they did not quit. They continue to fight through it. They doing their best, and they playing hard.
Long count by the Tigers here with 3 minutes to go. Here's a bad snap. Huggins retrieved it. And he's going to be hit and drop for a huge yardage and loss of yardage. Ryan Doreen, once again, your guy, making the stop for Chaminade.
Yeah, I mean, he just still playing with good intensity, goes upfield, make a play, see if it was a bad snap. And that's what you do. I mean, when you have mistakes, your job on defense is to capitalize on the offensive team mistakes. And that's what Chaminade has been able to do the entire game. Continue to capitalize on their mistakes.
Mm-hmm. And Big Ryan, 6'4", 175. He looks like an excellent athlete. Probably a basketball player for Chaminade as well. But good athlete, a lot of athleticism with him, and he's made some big-time stops here this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, he really has. You know, and you want that. You want your team to play hard. And the defense, you want your defense to have pride that you can stop players. And that's what they're trying to do.
3rd and 25 for Soldan. Inside 2 minutes to go in the ball game. 28-0 Chaminade. Huggins, 2-step drops. It's a quick hitter. Breaking a tackle again. It's the Soldan running back. That's the umpires. They've had a lot of them carry the load today. That's take John Allen once again for Soldan.
Hey, you got to give Soldan credit, man. I mean, and think about what's going on. Soldan and Sumner had to combine your schools because of the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And they both come over here. And you know, the Sumner kids get over here almost an hour late for practice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, just the cohesiveness. When you're playing a team sport, normally you in the building, y'all become friends.
That's right.
You know
eat
one
lunch
another.
together.
Yeah, dinner, camaraderie, hang out. It's not that, and that's a heck of a dynamic to have with these young kids.
It is. Here's a bad snap, and Allen recovers, and huge loss that time by Soldan, and Chaminade will take over 1st and 10. And knifing in that time for the tackle is Jackson Otto for the Red Devils. And they'll take over on downs with less than a minute to go. 50.9 ticks remaining. And let's see if Coach Torrey just sits on it and see what happens.
I would think he would do that. I don't know what he would gain, you know, by scoring 2 more points. But, you know, you're a coach, and you make plays.
New quarterback in, Anthony Daly. In now for the Chaminade Red Devils. Daly. Want to make sure we get all the kids' name in when they get into the game. It's a handoff to the fullback. Big fella right there, stumbling and bumbling and rumbling. Look like Demetrious with the ball. Alice McLeod.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't be able to move like that, right? I mean, that kid, he was a big old kid.
Yes, sir. Gets the ball. Number 44, McLeod. Big fullback. 5'10", 215 for the fullback, McLeod. Chaminade rushing to the line of scrimmage. McLeod once again. Inside handoff. He's pushing the pile, trying to get it to the end zone. Did he make it? I don't see a signal yet. He's close to the goal line. Let's see if Chaminade. They're rushing to getting the play in.
Yeah, they are. Chaminade don't have no sports. They said, we ain't doing no sportsmanship today, buddy.
Give it to the big fella once again. Number 44, McLeod.
You know, I mean, in some situations you can understand if these kids don't normally play.
Right.
You know, they get in the game. You don't want them kneeling down. You say, okay,
they practice like everybody.
Practice, yeah, you know.
And I'm sure Coach Edwards understands that.
Well, you hope.
I hope so.
I'm not saying he do.
Right.
I mean, you get beat 28-34-0, and you still run the ball with.
Now they give him the touchdown, Demetrious. A late call. Yeah, the referee.
Oh, wow.
Cornell Andrews gives them the touchdown. So
they're going for 2?
They're going for 2 here.
Oh, my goodness.
34-0, 21.2.
Oh,
good job.
There you go.
There you go.
They done scored. I guess they're saying we don't need 2.
Right,
We done scored. Oh, I don't know why you wouldn't just go for 2. You just scored on them.
Well, maybe they was just trying to reward the young fella. Let's see. Number 44, McLeod, he's a freshman, so they scored that touchdown. Maybe he just wanted to give him a score, but at any rate, 34-0. Chaminade is going to win it here with 21.2 seconds remaining. Demetrious, so this game is almost in the books. You have to get in your car.
It is in the books.
It is in the books.
It is in the books.
Okay, but you got to get in your car and accept all the calls and the texts from
about
your Missouri about Missouri. It's going to be a long night for you, big fella.
It really is, man. You know, and I'm just saying, it's just the defense at Missouri, I got to give them credit. They've played a lot better.
They have.
Our offense is not very good with that quarterback. I mean, I would say that Coach Drinkowitz are good friends. We need a quarterback. Although we had a chance to win, they get the ball on the 5-yard line to kick a winning field goal and miss it.
Well, do you know what the old saying is? If you got 4 quarterbacks, you don't have any. So,
I know that's right.
That's right. Do you just throw the names in the hat and just pull out one next week against Georgia? Do you put Tyler Macon? Remember, he played pretty good against Georgia the last time they played.
I'm thinking if you're going to get the same results with interceptions and not bad passing, things like that. But you're going to get your quarterback running the ball. You may as well just go with an athlete. That's what Auburn did today.
Yeah.
Auburn went with an athlete.
Right. Their quarterback was injured. They put the athlete in.
2 of the quarterbacks was injured.
Okay, 2 of them.
Right, and then they put him in there, and he was an athlete. He ain't going to burn you with throwing the ball, those things, but he's going to make plays with his feet. And that's all you got to do is make a couple throws if you're Auburn.
And that helps your teammates because teammates love athletes to play with them. Aiden kicks off here with 21 seconds remaining. He kicks in the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And it's going to be interesting. Georgia's going to come to Columbia and licking their chops next week.
Licking their chops.
And they don't want to fall
Licking
into
their
that.
chops?
They're going to look at it as that's a trap game for them.
No.
No. I'm trying to be nice.
I know you are. I know you're trying to be diplomatic. I'm trying to be optimistic, too. We'll lose about 4 touchdowns.
Georgia will bring probably about 10 guys in there that's going to play on Sunday, maybe 15 that's going to play on Sunday.
More, probably.
Well, I'm sure the guru and the chief alumni of Mizzou football.
Who was that?
Demetrious Johnson.
No, I ain't the chief.
Wait a minute.
I'm not the chief alumni.
You and Drink? Yeah.
Oh, we close, but I can't tell him what to do.
He's not going to listen to you?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know any coaches who listen to me, right?
The last one got fired.
Right. I don't know if anyone listened to me, but he didn't listen either. So
he didn't either. 34-0 here, and Soldan is going to air it out. Wildcat formation, and this time Taishan Allen is going to be tackled for a loss. And if I was Coach Edwards, I'll just run this one out.
Yeah. I mean, because you don't want the kid getting hurt.
And I think he's going to elect to do that.
Yeah.
That's going to be the end of the high school football game of the week here in Soldan. 34-0. Chaminade is going to beat the Soldan Tigers as you see both teams in the ceremonial handshake lineup. And Demetrious, 34-0 does not describe this football game today.
No, I thought Soldan had an opportunity early in this game they're very competitive coming out of the box. And a few mistakes there I go back to when they were running the ball very well. They went all the way downfield, got down like the 5-yard line or whatever, and tried to do a play action. That changed the whole dynamic of the game. That changed the whole mindset, and I think it took confidence away from them, and they never could regain. And then you give credit to Chaminade. Chaminade took advantage of that. They knew, and they smelled it, they felt it, they saw the confidence level fell down. When you 0-4, trying to get your first victory, one small thing could psychologically take you away from the game.
Well, before we go, if you're Soldan next week, they play a good Confluence Academy football team. How do you prepare? How do you get your kids uplifted to come into this game back at home?
Well, what you got to do is just keep talking to them and putting them in early situations in the game where they could move the ball and score. Because they didn't score early when they had an opportunity to score. They score earlier, they get confidence, and you gotta rebuild. Coach Edwards got his hands full trying to rebuild the confidence level of Soldan because, they got some talent on their team.
They do.
They just cannot, just put it together yet.
And if you're Antoine Torrey and his Chaminade Red Devils, they get their first win of the year. They played CBC. They played Lindbergh. They played DeSmet. They've had a godless schedule. They go on the road in a big rival game against Vianney next week.
Yeah, but I think they should beat Vianney. Vianney is not the Vianney of the past. Right. So they should have an opportunity to beat them. So I know they're feeling comfortable about that, but you just got to continue to get them involved. You got to continue to tell them, guys, this is one we won. This is one we're building on. Let's continue to build on it. And if we build on it, that's how you start winning, when you start building on opportunities. So
we want to thank all of our sponsors here as the Demetrious Johnson Charitable Foundation presents high school football game of the week here. 34-0. Chaminade, one of our main sponsors. Want to thank all of our sponsors. Luther Burton, we want people to go out and get those chips.
Luther Burton chips.
Yes, sir. We want them to go out and get those chips.
He's not getting – I hear they're not throwing him the ball.
Oh, wow.
I just heard.
You just heard it now. Well, yeah. I know in the first half today they didn't get it to him, and I don't know if that was Auburn bringing safeties over, double teaming, bracketing him. Yeah. And they're going to do that until someone else step up. When you get in the Southeastern Conference.
Until you get a quarterback who can make plays for yourself.
That's right.
And be able to do other things with other players, They're going to double. They're going to take him out of the game.
Going to take him out. And these SEC teams, they're on Appalachian State. They're not those sort of teams. And
Appalachian's pretty good.
They are, but they're not Georgia.
Right,
and they're not those
no,
teams.
They're not. But they took him out. But I just think, Luther is going to be fine. Coach Drink's going to have to make an adjustment on the quarterback. It's going to have to happen.
Big fella, I want to thank you for having me here sitting in the saddle with you. Our first time, my man.
First time,
I really
man,
appreciate
and I enjoyed it, Mo.
Enjoyed it. You can check us out tomorrow morning from
Yes.
6 to 8 on the Demetrious Johnson Show
Yes.
with co-host Jim Collins
Yes.
on 96.3 R&B for the Lou. Every Sunday morning,
Yes.
you get it at 6 a.m.
My
And
man.
I'm proud of you. Real quick, people thought they was going to count you out. Your listening audience has really boomed since we've been in the 6. You've been in the 6 a.m.
They've got enough to hang out with us, man.
All right.
So I appreciate it.
All right, that's Demetrious Johnson. I'm Maurice Scott. The final 34-0. Chaminade improves to 1-4 in the season. Soldan falls to 0-5. For Demetrious Johnson, I'm Maurice Scott. The Demetrious Johnson Charitable Foundation and ZOULOU Sports, thank you so much, and all the sponsors. This has been the Demetrious Johnson Charitable Foundation ZOULOU Sports presentation of the high school football game of the week. So long, everyone.
It's all about Luther Burden III. The L, the B, the 3, then teamed up with Old Vienna and created the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblet.
LP3 for the TD.
It's Old Vienna and Luther Burden III with the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, the special edition.
Yo, what up? It's Luther Burden. I grew up eating Old Vienna Red Hot Riblets. I'm now excited to be playing the game I love and celebrate with my own Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets. Let's go.
LB3 Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, available at all Snooks locations. Make your touchdown and pick up a bag today.
Speed, agility, and responsiveness. That's what matters. Ready to perform in any condition and the power to change direction real quick so you don't get hit.
Wow, that's pretty intense. Most people are just looking for more space or better gas mileage. But I've got just the thing for you.
Come see your car people in Columbia and Jefferson City or shop 24/7 at rustingjourney.com. I like this. Does it come in black and gold?
Hi, I'm Tiger John Cleek Jr., and we're kicking off the football season at Cleeks with $25 pays your first month's rent, and we would like to introduce Mizzou's new 5-star wide receiver, Luther Burden III.
Catch the deals at Cleats like this 75-inch Hisense 4K TV. Choose an Ashley living room group or bedroom set from only $99.99 a month. All with 6 months, same as cash. Details at Cleats.com.
And at Cleeks, there's
no deposit, no credit, no need for a loan.
Cleeks, our family serving your family since 1956.
Teamwork, preparation, integrity, perseverance, victory. You'll find these words on the bulletin boards, wristbands, and locker room walls across all of our community's best teams. But at Kaufman Townsley, these are more than words of inspiration. They are the values that we use every day to help injured people rebuild their lives. Call Kaufman Townsley. Real people, real results. 314-500-5000.
Leaving high school has been a big transition, but with my new coaches, I've learned so much.
We're really excited with Luther's progress. He's shown us so much potential. I think we're going to offer him a permanent spot on our team.
Rusty, this internship was great and all, but I was talking about football.
I was afraid of that. I was hoping for a Hail Mary. Good luck this season, Luther.
Thanks, Rusty. Shop 24/7 at rustingjourney.com.
It's all about Luther Burden III. The L, the B, the 3, then teamed up with Old Vienna and created the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblet.
LP3 for the TD.
It's Old Vienna and Luther Burden III with the Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, the special edition.
Yo, what up? It's Luther Burden. I grew up eating Old Vienna Red Hot Riblets. I'm now excited to be playing the game I love and celebrate with my own Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets. Let's go.
LB3 Honey Barbecue Red Hot Riblets, available at all Snooks locations. Make your touchdown and pick up a bag today.